Welcome back, everyone, to World of Darkness Hunter Ties in Blood. We are now on session 9, the infamous coffin that nails every single campaign we do since we started all this nonsense. Last session was long, extremely long, but a lot of things happened. So, in order to explain this, I'm going to have Salter explain what happened.
All right, and in order
Look,
to explain this, I'm going to have Sai explain what happened.
he wasn't there, but
Actually, it's
Actually,
Terracochi's
let
turn.
Tarakochi. Like, come on, I did it last time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust this nigga.
Oh, let me cook.
Mm-mm.
You know,
It's
let
Terracochi.
Lee. Let Lee. This man was clearly here for
No,
it.
Terracochi said he wants to cook.
Yeah, let
Terracochi
Terracochi-
Let
cook.
me cook.
Yeah, let him do it.
All right, I have to recap since last session.
Just the whole session. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The part about Tony, what happened to Nell, all that shit.
You got this.
Where do you start off again? Oh, yeah, we started off in the apartment. Just waiting, having idle chit chat. Then Tony decided to show up. What the hell has he been? Well, he doesn't want to say, so I guess nothing important. After a little banter, Eleanor decided to use dark magic. And apparently she isn't skilled enough, so it rebounded on her and she got infected. Then Uncle John came in, sacrificed his hand to heal Eleanor. After that, Hugo made a vow to protect the family no matter what. The Redgraves, the lineage, the one Vanderlyn, and his friends. And what happens if he breaks his vows? I don't know. Nothing good, I suppose. So, yeah, after that, we went to the Lamplight Bar. Before that, Dimitri decided to show up and decided to rage bait Eleanor for a good while. Alice's impression did not change at all. I think it might have gotten worse. Yeah, so with a distrusting Alice, we went to the Lamplight Bar. We infiltrated very sneakily. No one caught wind of what we were doing over there, so I would say mission successful. We spoke to a beautiful bartender. We pretended that we didn't know each other. And yeah, went out pretty well. After a while, Alice started seducing a mysterious man who we presumed to be her master.
Same with Daniel.
Oh yeah, Daniel. After a really steamy steamy, oh my gosh, they decided to take it up a notch in the alleyway. So, naturally, the family decided to follow. And while they were exchanging lips, we decided to sneak attack. But it did not work out well. We got bodied. So, but miraculously, Daniel just decided to disconnect mid-fight. The blood he was drinking from Alice decided to have an infection on him. So we won that battle with pure luck.
I'll save you.
Yes, she basically just saved us. She carried the whole fight. With just everyone decided to roll ones apparently, so we had no hope. Even with broken abilities, we had no chance to fight two vampires. But it all worked out in the end. So now we're continuing off with the aftermath, and I suppose a mid-session time skip is due. Thank you for your attendance.
Well, what do you guys think? Was that a good summary?
I'll do the next ones.
Okay.
No, that's pretty decent.
So, I want to highlight a few details that I think are important for you to remember. First was the mention of this mysterious Oneros figure that Dimitri was talking about. He seemed to see a resemblance of this person in Tony. Might be something important. Secondly, we saw the price of infernalism very, very clear. There was, of course, the incident with Uncle John having to take the fall for this, but I think it showed off very well that despite the powerful effects that infernalism can grant you, the price is always far steeper. And we come at a crossroads, an important crossroads in decision making here. We explored last session during what Terakochi described as banter. I saw something a little bit different. Some people draw their power from themselves. The psychics draw power from themselves. Tony was granted power from some mysterious entity. But some family members draw power from a far more sinister source. And this begs the question, how far are they willing to go to protect themselves, the family, and the people they care about? Compromise. Are you willing to walk a path of a monster in order to defeat other monsters? I think that's the highlight we should take away from last session. And we ended off in quite the same way. The question of, you must always remember that no matter what, is being human enough? And if it is enough, how far will you go to keep it? All right, we clear?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with where we left last time. In the alleyway, victim one, as you guys called him, Mr. Daniel, is currently paralyzed, unconscious on the floor. Alice is not in her right mind right now. She is somewhat dazed from the ecstasy. And a lot of you are all injured.
Oh.
Henry, you run into the alleyway after suppressing the security detail with guns obtained from the RV to try to catch up to see if the other family members need help.
Eleanor, Tony, Hugo, are you guys... Holy... As he looks around.
You're
The
late.
destruction that he's seen, the state of his family, any and all professionalism is tossed out the window as he's going to rush on over as fast as he can to... First he checks Eleanor, as I think she's the closest. Eleanor, are you all right?
I would say, like, disgusted. Extremely disgusted. Fine. We need to
Okay.
ignore everyone else. Just get the RV.
All right.
We don't have time.
Okay, I'm going to say that...
A moment. Eleanor, will you roll me a stamina check, please?
God. Fuck. Hey, am I allowed to dice roll? Willpower?
Not for stamina.
Still 2d10, I'm guessing. All I need is a reason to faint, you know? Alright. A 10 and a 4. Evans
Ooh, nice.
Will! I see you!
Good job.
Not bad, not bad. You will not take any damage. However, you will cough up blood. Remember, when you swallowed the rat,
Yeah.
it tore a lining from your throat down to your stomach. You're bleeding internally and are in desperate need of medical attention. Henry, as you hear Eleanor cough up blood, her voice cracking, barely comprehensible.
I'm gonna grasp my
Then
own stomach
you
as
then
well.
take notice of Hugo. His chest is slashed open. He's bleeding, and his legs are injured as well. Deep cuts that will require stitches. He's also bleeding out.
I need.
Hurry.
Okay. All right. As he's going to gently like push you off just a little bit and rush back with to grab for Carl to get the RV. 'Cause Carl has the fucking drive skill. As he's going to then bring it around and immediately, with the precision of someone who has worked in with first responder training as part of his education, he begins to first. He starts with Eleanor. She's the easiest. He gets you to lean on his shoulder, and he pulls you in as Carl would escort Tony, and the two of them with Carl and Henry together.
Wait.
They go on.
When it comes to Tony, he doesn't have many visible wounds that you can see on him. However, he is completely exhausted and
Yeah.
is not conscious at all. He has fallen into a semi-coma, if you will.
Jeez.
That last strike took a lot out of him.
I don't have the time for a serious medical examination right now. So instead, I'm going to have to change the order then. Eleanor, and then Hugo first because of their bleeding condition, and then Tony.
Get Hugo in first. Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Tony should be fine. I didn't see anything overly
Right.
that's happened.
He,
Should be fine.
he's going to drag Hugo in.
Oh,
Okay. And then he's going to go over, grab Tony, move him in, and he is going to
Tony is a very big guy. I need you to roll me.
just get Alice
I
to
need
help
to
you.
roll me for this.
No. I'm saying I have I can
Actually,
use
don't.
Carl with me, right?
Yeah,
Alice
you
is
can
in
use
no
Carl.
state to help. She's
I use
also
Carl, mistake,
Carl.
right? Yeah, I have Carl. Can I
We
use
got
Carl?
Carl. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, fine. Let's. Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Let's be realistic here. Carl would. So
Carl
me
would
and
have to
Carl,
help.
it's a lot for the two of us. It's a lot between the two of us, especially with my broken arm. But I believe we managed to, in a very awkward way, get him in.
Come on, Hugo.
Okay. And then, so we have Eleanor. You helped yourself in.
Yeah.
Hugo. We got Tony.
I'm
Or you
just
still need to
screwed
put Tony?
internally, so I should be okay-ish.
All right.
Are you checking them over medically?
Yeah. Well, no. First, we gotta load them up first, so we
Okay.
can get them on a flat because we need to make sure that
Make sure
they're elevated the right way.
Hold on.
So, because
Hold on.
inside, I had to make sure that Hugo is elevated as well as, especially more than anyone here, Tony needs to be elevated. You need someone to be elevated when they're in a state like that in case it had to be from concussion. I have no idea what it came from first. Fuck you, whoever changed my name.
Welcome.
Asshole. Anyway, so
Audrey. Make sure to bring
Thanks.
our new compatron as well.
Of course, he's gonna look at Alice. So
And thank Alice,
can I
since
just,
it was mainly her.
hug her hand and she'll follow me.
She's
Like,
kind
is
of
that kind of state? Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
she's
very nice.
smiling to herself, tears in her eyes.
She had to play the
thinking
hard
she's
ball
not
move.
she's not in reality right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
then
listen
I'm gonna-
carefully, you can hear her muttering, talking to her what you assume to be her brothers.
Hey, yo, Jugoat has to go with us. He's a very important character.
Okay. Shh. We're trying to hear what she has to say.
Oh, yeah, we can...
I did it, Millard. I did as you. She cuts off. That's it.
Anyway, with the last guy, as I'm looking him over, I'm just gonna. I can tell that he's the. I know that he's a vampire, right?
Well, there is a
That's
massive
fine.
stake in his chest.
Yeah, dead ass. Yeah,
You
you're
would
right.
know by the stake,
Kind
but
of
you
good.
wouldn't know like what he is on the spot.
I'm going to assume since you
Let's make
guys
the
staked
assumption.
him. So, all right. This sounds kind of
And,
fucked up.
I mean, you can also
So-
assume that it is a vampire because Alice is literally confirming she did it. She did it.
Okay. So I'm going to take him. So I'm trying to figure out how to do them. So for him, Mystic, when we're taking him into the RV, I'm gonna take some of Nell's her bungee cables, the ones that you use for like holding stuff on top.
Just make
Wrap
sure that
this
thing
guy
doesn't fall
nice
out.
and tight. Yeah, wrap him nice and tight. I'm not gonna disturb the stake. In fact,
You don't
I'm
need to
actually
use the bungee cable because, like the starter cables, because the RV has a cable for like a really thick one for when they have to pull another car out of something, shit like
I
that.
can use that instead. Okay, shit. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna tie it around that little fuck.
Make sure he's inside the vehicle.
Yeah, it's a straight steel cord.
Yeah. All right. Got because I'm not like I told you. I trust the stake thing from that that we were told about, but I'm just like also one last little thing. Henry's gonna look at that stake real quickly. He turns his back to the vampire, walk back over. He's gonna give it just like he's gonna push it in just a little bit deeper, just like.
Don't mess with it too much. If that
Good.
heart blows up, we're cooked.
I know. Gave it a little poke. It's fine. He's just nervous. Okay. This thing isn't. You know what I mean.
He kind of just popped in.
Anyway,
Your whole
so everyone
family was
loaded all up.
wiped out,
Now,
so-
all right. Carl. Okay, so unfortunately, the best course of action here. I'm gonna call up Uncle John, and I'm gonna get Carl to get us the fuck out of here. First and foremost, we just need to get out of here.
All right. Beep beep.
All right.
Unfortunately, you call Uncle John, but he is not answering.
Hospital.
I
It
know.
seems
I
that-
know.
He was more wounded than you might have thought him to be.
Number 2 then. Other option, as I flicked it open, as instead, I am going to go to like this is Hugo's phone. This is his burner phone. Does he have his work number on here?
It's saved as work.
He has his boss's number.
All right then. I already had a plan on this. So I'm thinking about it because Hugo's told me about his boss before, like with our correspondence. He's a great doctor. He's a good friend to him. So shit, there's no other way here. I'm gonna call it up.
Yeah, just...
Hello?
Hello.
Hugo, is this you? You know how late it is?
Hello, I am Henry Redgrave. I'm Hugo's younger brother. Currently, Hugo is bleeding out of his legs, his diaphragm. Our brother Tony is currently in a concussed state. Most likely, he's in a form of slumped over coma, maybe because of some kind of oxygen deprivation. Haven't had the chance to fully check. Oh, and one of my other siblings is currently spilling blood from her mouth, probably indication of internal bleeding. And just little side thing of I need to make sure they're okay. And I was told by my brother that you're reliable. I might have first responder training and might have been part of a med program, but I need an expert. Please. I know I sound crazy.
What the hell? Quick. So, in order, he's going to tell you. The one with a concussion. Is there anything cold nearby?
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to Nell's freezer because I know she had a big one, like that whole fridge. Open it up, and I'm gonna pull out one of the. She said, I believe she probably have ice packs in here. Is there ice packs?
Okay. There is an ice pack. Yes.
Copy.
Do not apply the cold directly. What you want to do is you want to put it right under on their chest. If their
Copy.
internal body temperature caves, they will be in danger.
All right. Applied.
Make sure you keep them in an upright position.
I already took care of that. He's currently upright.
Sorry. Hugo, what's his state right now?
Hugo, I check him over. He said he was bleeding from the legs, correctly? Like his whole body's just fucked up.
We have to make sure he doesn't bleed out. Make sure you tie the wounds and wrap them tightly.
Okay. So he is going to grab up the gauze. I'm going to grab the gauze I have, and I'm going to begin to basically strangle these wounds.
Now,
Henry's.
there is something you notice.
Mhm.
Henry's wounds are more severe than they appear.
Hugo's.
Oh, sorry. Hugo's wounds appear. They are actually a lot worse than they appear to be. But he's flexing his muscles so much that he's squeezing it tightly to make sure he's losing the least amount of blood possible.
Okay. Hugo, if you're awake and you can hear me, just keep holding on. Just keep doing that until I have it all tied up, okay? You're gonna get help soon. Okay. All right, you made a vow, right? You made a whole thing, and you gotta be safe too, or else you're going to be a liar.
No. I'm
Okay.
holding on my best again.
Okay.
Make sure the
As
others
he's
are
gonna take
safe.
direct, as Henry begins, like at this point, once he runs out of his base amount of gauze, he takes out his gauze scissors and begins chopping up his own coat and begins rapidly just tying any knot he can. All right. Okay, I've covered everything.
The woman.
Yeah.
If she truly has internal bleeding, we must make sure that she doesn't suffocate on her own blood.
Yeah.
So he tells you to have her sit up, and she has to breathe through her mouth if possible.
Put her
How you
in
know?
the recovery position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
like a little baby on her side.
Yep. Okay.
There is little we can do.
I'm
Internal
gonna
bleeding
leave.
requires advanced medical equipment. The most you can do is hurry. Have you
I
called an
know.
ambulance?
No, we're currently driving to the hospital right now.
Okay, make sure you hightail it. I'm going to leave right now, and I'll see you in the hospital.
Carl, step on it. I don't care what trouble we have right now, but you need to do whatever it takes. I'm not sure how Carl responds. I'm pretty sure Carl would have done it if I told him to.
What the?
Right. And he's going to rapidly go between the three of them and make sure they're all right. With Eleanor, he's making sure you're staying. You do know the recovery position, right, Salter? Where you're laying on your side with one arm up to prop up your airways.
Oh yeah, you described it,
Yeah,
so it
okay.
should work.
Yeah, you're laying on your side essentially. Yeah, it's just
Just screwed, bro.
your hand is basically under your chin, and he's going to keep adjusting the posture in case it ever starts falling to make sure your mouth is kept open. All right. Okay.
If worst comes to worst, be ready for chest compressions.
Okay. That I
damn
can
it.
do.
So, you know what? Let's not waste any time. I was gonna have you guys roll, but whatever.
Oh.
Let's go to the hospital.
Please don't make us roll, bro. We're already kind of cooked.
This is the price of the battle.
This is the price of the battle. He
Hey,
is correct on this.
I am instigating my rights to hold off on this because Raccoon is protecting us. Well, Jugo the Third, as he calls himself. He's a
Is the
holy
rat
icon.
in here? Is it actually?
Different rat, obviously.
Yes.
Well, it is in her, and it did melt completely, but that means that she ate a live rat, which means she might be infected with something,
Great.
especially since
You
it
might
caused-
have a
Don't worry.
have a new form of ringworm.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, it's
Anyway,
okay,
let's
bro.
go.
I have a different rat friend.
So,
I bonded.
so
with him.
as Henry is pacing like a mother hen, going from person to person. He keeps readjusting. Like whenever he notices the ice pack is just about like to damp, like to go to about more of a room temperature, he immediately swaps it out for instead of an ice pack to make do, he wraps a towel around ice to just make a small one while the other one colds back up for Tony. All right. He puts his head to each of their chests to make sure the breathing is stable. He winces quite a lot when he hears just the raw amount of fluid inside of Eleanor's. Okay, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Why am I freaking out so much right now?
Okay, so Eleanor will begin coughing phlegm mixed with stomach acid and coagulated blood. It's best if you give her something to drink to at least try to rinse off some of this stuff.
Yeah. He's gonna hold it. I'm going to go and I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
grab.
as he made it.
So as I'm going back, shit. There's a few choices here I'm willing to gamble on. Okay, there's one thing Nell has, so I have choice between water and beer. Probably we're gonna go with water.
I'd prefer water.
Yeah, you would. Beer would be risky if we're trying to get. If we're
You know
just
how to
trying.
give somebody water or like get them to drink when they're in a state like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I know about.
Well,
Don't worry. As you are essentially overworking yourself here, tending to 3 patients, eventually, Carl pulls up at the hospital. And I assume you hightail it out of there to call, for this, the...
yes.
What are they called? Strainers?
The stretchers.
Stretcher. There we go. Stretcher.
First it'd be first respondent units, which immediately he opens the back and he's going to just say, "I have 3 people here. I need 3 stretchers immediately. One of which is currently in a comatose position. Another one currently has internal bleeding. I need to make sure they stay in the current positions. Come on."
They immediately get into action, and everybody is rushed.
Mhm. So I will say, just so we're clear on this, I did hide the vamp in one of the side rooms of the RV.
Oh, this is to make Ulti take it home. Damn right.
Well, no, I meant because remember we had to stop here first, so I hid the body for the vamp
True,
first.
but it is probably a good idea to send Ulti off ahead of
Yeah.
time.
I'd
Drop the
recommend
body
doing
off.
Yeah,
that.
no,
in
that's what I'm
case
saying. I
Then
agree with that. I was
make
just
sure-
saying I hid the body.
I would say this in character. Make sure that Ulti pressures the owner if needed, because that guy's already involved in this shit, and he knows it too.
Got you.
Or maybe
Carl,
find John.
I'm leaving. I know that he's not here at the moment, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm not sure. Do you want to sub in for him, Mystic, for me?
Yeah, I can do it. Hold on.
Oh,
I got
for who?
this. I'll do it for him.
For Carl.
Let me
For
sync
Carl.
as Carl.
Okay, but
What's up, guys?
Please.
All right, I got you. I got this.
Carl, I am trusting you with a lot here. I'm gonna make sure they're okay. You're gonna drag this thing and Alice back to Uncle John and everyone else. Okay?
All right. I'll get right on it. I swear.
All right.
I would
Okay,
as
then.
Carl look a little bit panicky.
Okay, you're gonna look at me. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
They're alive and they're currently in medical care. I'm gonna stay with them for now.
I'll-
You need to go. Do not stop for anything. You need to make sure you make it to Uncle John,
I
and
will,
at the very
I will.
least to Dimitri.
I'll inform Uncle John right away after I get there.
He gives him a hug. Goodbye. As he's gonna jump out the back, slam the door shut, and start running after the actual stretchers.
As soon as you jump out, he is gonna put pedal to the metal to ensure that he gets home as fast as he can.
Hell yeah! Great
you will
shot.
hear skirt marks.
Yeah. As Henry runs after the stretchers, footstep after footstep. He doesn't want them to go out of his sight. He wants to keep them there as he's just booking it. He doesn't care who he upsets. Every time, I'll make sure. Eleanor, idiot Tony, Hugo, he's devastated. Hugo was a tank. He was the only thing that could match these things for blow, and look at him. Tony with these God-given powers, and Eleanor with that ability over time and stuff like that is left in this state. It's a lot, but more so, he's dealing with the fact that the three of them are going to die in front of him. Unless this man, he has to put his faith in someone else, something that he's been dreading to do. God, it's too much. The minute that he sees the cert, anyone who's wearing a robe, like anyone wearing a doctor's coat, anything, he's going to look and just ask, "Are you Hugo's boss?"
Eventually, you do get it right.
Maybe. Are you Hugo's boss?
Are you the Henry Redgrave?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. As he kind of like motions to his own broken arm. The pain's starting to get to me too, and I think I've been running around a bit too much. Is Hugo gonna be okay? Is Tony and Eleanor gonna be okay?
He looks at you with a detached gaze. Some might call it the poise of a doctor who sees people die every single day. We have some of our best taking care of them right now. They'll do whatever they can to help your family. Hugo has been a talent for us. It would be a shame to lose him. So, you can rest easy that we are trying everything we can.
And he's going to say something. Hugo's survival depends on the other two making it as well. Just so you're aware.
I see. Well, he hands you a paper. I need you to fill in some of these details, particularly how they came to, well, get injuries like this. Police officers will stop by later to, well, you know. These aren't the kinds of things that happen in an accident, so I've taken the liberty of calling them ahead of time. They will be here either. Let's see here. He looks at his watch. Early in the morning, crack of dawn.
Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It's a federal law protecting sensitive patient health information, safeguarding privacy and security, especially for the sake of police investigation. Calling ahead of time was something that you are not allowed to do. Every doctor knows that.
Normally that would be the case, but I'm sure you're aware that America is now transitioning into a surveillance state after the recent terrorist attacks. These laws have become gray rather than black and white, and currently it is up to a judge to decide which side was justifiable, especially in New Orleans where, well, shall we say, crime is as common as breathing.
You're right, but that requires two things: gunshot wounds or an official subpoena/warrant from a court order.
For a police investigation, yes. However, this is a medical emergency, and Lafayette Hospital is considered a national organization, no different than a government board. By bringing him here, you have essentially leased them for government inspection.
He rolls his eyes and then he can't help but laugh. All right. Just promise me that you'll do your best. And you got it. I'll let you know. Give me that. He grabs it.
I have some mixed feelings trying to interrogate someone who is wishing the best for you. You Redgraves are something else, I tell you.
You know, it's funny. I think the same thing. They really are something special, aren't they?
Well, I'm quite busy, so I will
Of course.
continue with my work.
I'll leave
Take
you
a
to it.
seat and try not to panic.
It's all right. Believe me. You helped bring me to the reality of the situation. I feel a lot calmer after our talk.
Pleased to
Also,
hear that.
would it be possible, as he's gonna he's gonna show Hugo, this is Hugo's handiwork, as he's gonna remove the the splint. It was a rush job. This happened a few days ago. I'll tell you up front, mine was because of an accident with, I'm not sure if you heard about some of the infrastructure, particularly fire hydrants. Yeah. During Violet Town, like how it got burned down. On our way of trying to get out of that blaze, I got one of the water pipes burst from pressure or something, and I got bludgeoned effectively. Do you mind if I get a real cast?
Right. Report to the medical wing. They'll help you.
Of course.
Now, as you're about to walk away, he mentions to you, strange though, the incident in Violet happened 2 weeks ago. You said this was only a few days ago. Well,
Yep.
not my place to budge in.
Listen, he's going to pause and he's just going to say this. You can ask your questions and I can ask mine. And the both of us have decided to be tight-lipped about things, right? What's important is that Hugo and the others get better. I'm willing to play along if you are. All that matters is them getting better. You want the real, and he's just going to say it. If you want the real truth, here. And he's gonna be. I don't have a license, and they were trying to teach me how to drive. There you go. Hugo and Tony like to spoil me. And, well, I thought, well, when we were driving nice and high, I'd stick my arm out, and I actually hit a stop sign. Was not pleasant. That's the real truth. It wasn't while I was behind the wheel. He raised his right arm. That would have been impossible with an American-made car. But, I don't want the authorities knowing because we were joyriding over the speed limit.
If you care about Hugo, you'll be careful about mentioning anything about him being a doctor to the police.
He turns and just says, you talk about my brother? He's so much of a quack that he can barely even... Have you seen how he talks to girls? Who'd ever believe he's a doctor? What's your name, by the way? I never got yours.
It's not important.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it.
He nods and then walks away.
Henry's going to immediately, once he gets out of just sight of the doctor, bite down on his thumb, nearly breaking the nail. I was so stupid of me. I'm out of sorts. I'm way too stressed out. I can barely keep my lips shut. Stupid fucking... He goes to the medical ward. Excuse me, I was told to come here to get a proper cast. As he's just going to wave his arm. Please, it hurts, and I have paperwork to fill out about an emergency.
They make no fuss, and they help you. Now, all of you are here in the hospital being taken care of in one way or another. Sadly, one cannot yet bask in the victory of taking down, a head.
Mhm.
Night passes over quite quickly. It is now a fresh day, as we will switch to a man who has just made landfall in New Orleans. He is well
You want
dressed,
to put up?
wearing a
You wanna pull up the
professional
map?
suit.
Oh, I'll be right back.
You want a map?
Yeah, I was thinking like, well, nah, not until I get to the bar.
Well,
I'll probably need that
we'll
bar
have
map.
some. We'll get there eventually. For now, let's continue, yeah? So, give us an introduction, my friend. Who are you, and what are you doing here in New Orleans? What shadows have called you to this ancient place?
Arthur Moon, an FBI agent, first project of Chiron Group, into the supernatural enhanced unit known as Firelight. He is currently assigned to an investigation in New Orleans about a data cache that might have been stolen due to a hack in the FBI headquarters. He had just arrived. It is a rainy night at New Orleans airport. Takes out a cigarette. He says, "Thank God no hijack happened on this plane," making a reference to the event that happened at 9/11. He's awaiting for a pickup. He was told that there would be a car arriving. Knowing his code name, you ready
Right.
for?
It doesn't take long. Barely 5 minutes. An SUV arrives. Somebody in a suit steps out. They look at you and they ask, "Grasshopper, I presume?"
Arthur looks at him, stares him down. His nature being that of a survivor, he's trying to analyze him. He knows that his codename couldn't have been leaked yet, so he suspects this man is telling the truth. He agrees. Yes, that is me.
He
He gets
extends
in
for
the
a
car.
handshake.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a pleasure, Mr. Moon. I've heard much of your escapades. It's an honor to be working together with a distinguished officer such as yourself.
the honor is all mine. I'm merely doing my job.
Admirable, sir. Now, let us get going. We have much to brief you on before you can start working.
Very well.
We haven't settled all the papers yet, but we've prepared an apartment for you in the French Quarter, close to all the hustle and bustle in New Orleans. Your official story: you're somebody who moved away from up north. You came here to visit family and friends. You're somewhat of a journalist, freelancer. That's about all they were willing to tell me, I'm afraid.
Sounds about right. Let's go to the hotel.
Alright, I'm back.
Now, you guys take a very odd route, as the first meetup will actually not be at headquarters, but you're actually going to a Marriott's hotel. The interesting thing is about the Marriott's hotel is that they're all the same. They have the same layout. So it is a very, very good place to have, shall we say, some secret dealings.
Upon arrival, the first thing I do is examine the exits. Any cameras. What I
Yes,
need
there are
to delete.
cameras everywhere in the main hall, the reception. There are cameras before going up to the individual rooms. There are no cameras in the rooms, obviously. But other than that, it's the usual. Cameras outside, cameras inside, but not excessive enough to be an invasion of privacy.
Okay. He examines the exits, knowing that this is this his hotel, out of character.
You'll be
Mr.
staying here temporarily until it's time for you to move to your apartment.
Well, he is a very careful man. He still examines the exits in case something might go wrong.
There's, of course, the front exit and the back exit. The back exit is by the stairwell, far from the elevator.
Okay. He gestures at the detective to lead the way.
Yes. After taking a bit of a messy route, you eventually end up going into a suite, somewhere in the middle. Let's say about floor 6. There's a woman waiting for you there. As you enter, the other agent opens the door for you, and then he walks away. His job is done. As soon as you enter, the woman stands up. She greets you. Good evening, Mr. Moon. Well, let's say I'm somewhat similar to a handler for you. My name is Rosemary.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, Mr. Moon. So, I would like to get down to business immediately. It's not often we'll be able to meet up like this. So, what is it you're going to be doing with us exactly?
I am reporting on something. If you do not know, and it is not my place to tell you.
I understand. Well, whatever it may be, I'm here to assist you in any way I can. I would like to, and then she hands you a few files. I was told that you would be looking for something. They told me to hand you this when it was time for the briefing.
He
So,
stares
if
over
I
the
may ask,
files.
do you have any clues on where to begin your search?
I would like to begin any recent supernatural leads, if you get my drift. Anything unusual that could not be explained in the realm of common sense.
Wait. You you can't mention supernatural. She's FBI,
I
yes,
can't.
but she's not part
Okay.
of she's not part of Firelight. If she was part of Firelight, she would have known what you were here for.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to look for strange
Yeah.
incidents, phrase it like that, but be careful. Who you tell, you know?
Okay. I'm looking for incidents that could not be properly explained.
I see. Well, there are a few that come to mind immediately. Firstly, in the lower ninth ward, there was recently a mass shooting. Apparently, rival gang affiliates had broken into a storehouse for LSD and cocaine, and they were trying to steal their batch of supply. Things didn't go very well for them, and a mass shooting took place. There were 7 who died and around 43 who were injured. This is what's likely to be reported very soon as a main story on the newspaper. As for other strange incidents, there have been bodies turning up from the bayou around the shores of the Mississippi. Finding a body is not particularly strange. People commit suicide by going for a swim in the bayous all the time. However, what strikes us as particularly odd is that the bodies had all been tampered with surgical precision. Everything was checked, their organs, how they died, essentially, an autopsy performed on the body. We don't have direct proof that these are killings. After all, there were some inconsistencies. Bodies that had been dead for multiple days before they were, well, you know, interfered with. We are currently calling this the scavenger case. It has been somewhat of interest to the director in charge. And then immediately she switches over to something else. She says, in the French Quarter, there was recently a string of break ins. Late at night, the perpetrator would break in and then he would, well, use an axe and kill the family inside. But he would not take anything, so it was not a robbery. At first, we suspected it might have been personal, but similar things have happened 3 times now. There could be rumors, well, there are rumors of it being malicious, truly malicious. Potential serial killer on our hands here.
Hmm. Interesting.
She
So,
pauses for a moment, hesitating to if she wants to bring this up. There was something strange last night. Are you familiar with Bourbon Street? When she says
can't
Bourbon Street,
say
she's
that I
talking
am.
about. So Bourbon Street is like a world famous spot in New Orleans, where it's essentially where all the like the famous like historical like shops and businesses and all this other stuff are. It's like a landmark type thing. There, there was a there was a bar. A bar and strip club called the Lamplight. Usually, well, shady things happen around bars all the time, but this one struck us as a little bit odd. There was a gunfight, but also what seems to be a car crash of some kind. We found a car obliterated against the alley wall. God knows how somebody could have crashed like that. We've
Hmm.
not been pursuing this case yet, so nobody has tried to issue a warrant to investigate what may have happened. But it stuck into my mind when you mentioned things that might have been a bit odd.
Hmm.
Other than that, there's not anything I can think of that would, well, particularly strike your fancy.
Very well. It has been a long night, and I think I am in need of a drink. I might stop by this lamplight place. He proceeds to stand up, offer his hand in handshake.
She responds in kind.
He walks out the room. He looks
So you're
around for the
heading.
detective.
Oh,
Yes, I'm heading towards
detective
the
has already
lamplight.
left. Wait, detective?
Yeah, the guy that picked me up in the car.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, your driver.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's already long left.
Hmm. I guess I'll have to find a bus.
You have some money. This could be considered operational expenses. You might be able to get a cab.
He calls for a cab. You wanna...
Evening, sir.
Evening.
Where to?
Do you know Bourbon Street?
Why, yes, of course. A tourist, then.
Yes, I am trying to go for a drink. Do you happen to have any recommendations around the place?
Recommendations. Well, there's the Heart Club. There's the Caruo Club. Oh, yeah, the Lamplight. That one's pretty good, too. Good drinks.
Yes. Yes, take me to the lamplight. I really need a drink.
Very well, sir. And he drives towards. The drive is relatively uneventful. This man doesn't make small talk. You get the feeling it's because, well, he doesn't know a lot of English.
I ask
He's only
him.
memorized, a few things.
I ask him what his native language is.
Oh, you noticed? I didn't know I had an accent. Uh, you see, I'm originally from Creole country. You know, Kajun.
We. So he's French, right? Just out of character.
No, no, no. He's speaking. Yeah, no. Well, maybe he might be able to speak French. I don't think so. He's talking about. He speaks actual Creole.
Creole. Okay. Very
I'm
interesting.
not. By the way, I want you to know I'm not doing a Creole accent, bro.
Yeah, that's why I asked if it was French, because he sounded kind of French. I'm not gonna lie. And you know me with that 1 point in linguistics. Um, I asked him, how did he
Not if
end
they're
up?
from Creole country. Sorry.
I asked him how he ended up here in New Orleans.
Business, business. You know, work. Have to get money to feed my family.
Hmm, Understandable. I stayed quiet for the rest of the ride. Clearly, this man does not want to talk to me. I try to examine
Right.
his body language.
Make me a roll then.
What do I need to
I
roll?
want. Hmm. I want perception and something else. What do you think would be fitting for you?
Let's see. Investigation, maybe?
Investigation. Could be, yes.
Let me see.
All right, then go
It's
for
okay.
perception and investigation.
How do you roll again? It's
So it's slash roll,
Slash roll under the dice switch for whatever
but
the number of D10.
yeah,
Each
yeah.
dot is
The
a
number of
1. So if you have
is one.
7, it's
Yeah,
a
it's one
7D10.
d10. Yeah, you have to add the
Why
the,
salty
the
type
dots
me?
together.
Look at this guy. Good old T. Made it.
so like this? No, maybe not.
How many
No.
dots in
Wrong
perception do
bot.
you
Wrong
have?
bot. Other bot.
Oh, okay.
It's the other one, the dice switch. 70-10. Oh yeah, I forgot you have like 4 in perception.
70-10. Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay. Okay.
So
Pretty
a
bad,
10
honestly.
counts. Yeah, the standard difficulty, if I don't say anything, is just 6. A 10 counts as 2 successes. An 8 is a success. A 9 is a success. So you got a total of 4 successes. That's pretty good. So, okay, I'll explain it to you like this. He's very upright. He's not talking to you. Generally, it's not that he has a dislike for you. You can tell that much. But rather, he's not comfortable talking casually with people in English. Is one. Two, judging by his attire, he is sort of like a blue collar worker, if anything. Hard worker. He has rough hands. This is a man who really is out here, grinding for his money.
Okay, so nothing he told me seems to be a lie.
Yeah. He's wearing a
Alright.
ring, so can tell he's married. He already said he had a family to take care of, so that checks out. For the most part, he is upstanding. Though you can tell, if from the smell, he's a chain smoker, and likely he's somebody who drinks as well.
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Indeed. Now, if you want to be extra certain, you do have a thermal camera on you.
Hmm. Very well. I'll how do you use it? What kind of equipment is this? Is it an
Oh, it's just
actual
a
camera?
camera. Yeah, it's an
It's
actual
an
camera.
actual camera.
Yeah, and you can switch to thermal.
Okay. I'll need to take a picture to see it though, right?
Indeed, but you don't have to turn on the flash.
Okay.
If he asks you a
All right.
question, you could always just say you're trying to make a picture of the scenery.
Yeah. So I take out my thermal camera, turn off the flash, and discreetly take a picture of him.
Well, when you look through the thermal lens, thankfully, he has a heat signature. So, probably not undead, at least not a vampire. Now, maybe he's a slave. But do you really want to be that paranoid on your first, first rodeo here?
No, of course not. I believe this man. He didn't tell me a lie. And he's human, at least. Or not undead. Alright, how long does it take to get to this club?
From the Marriott Hotel in the, you were in the French Quarter anyway, so it was at best maybe a 15-minute drive. If you count for traffic, perhaps 20 minutes. So, he stops right in front of the Lamplight Bar and Lounge. I imagine you pay him.
Of course, I'm not a thief.
Of course, it's just to make sure. I have a history with this kind of nonsense. Yeah, you pay him. He bids you farewell, and he goes along his merry way.
I examine the
Oh.
Lamplight Club.
Wow.
I look around for a couple of seconds. I'd say 30 seconds. I'm trying to get a rough feel of this place. Looking at security guards, trying to see if there's any cameras in this place.
The security guards seem more tense than usual. Something you can imagine makes sense when you consider there's been a shooting here recently. In fact, the previous day. So they're quite tense.
Is there any cameras outside the...
Yes, there are. So there's cameras at the entrance. You can surmise there are probably also cameras inside. Now, from the file you read about the car crash, there are no cameras in that alleyway. Are you going to the alleyway first, or are you gonna go to the? Are you gonna go to the inside first?
I'm going inside first.
Okay. Give me a moment. Let me switch the map. Okay, hold on. Let me try to find that CD music again. Moment. Where's this? Here we go. Okay. So, on your first purview, it is exceedingly simple to get, shall we say, the vibe of the place. It is a bar and strip club because the first thing you see when you enter are the exotic dancers on stage. You see people mesmerized, standing around the podium, throwing money where they can. Some people dancing with them. This is a place for the desperate. A place for the recluse. A place for people running away from their burdens in society. Running away from heartbreak. Running away from their struggles. In this place, everybody can feel desired. And everybody can become relaxed. So,
Survey the area. What I'm trying to ascertain is not whether there's cameras inside, right? I'm trying to ascertain the level of business after this incident.
well, it's hard to gauge how it's affected the business because you don't know what their regular clientele is like. How many people show up on the daily?
Yes, but I'm
But
basically,
at least right
basically,
now,
if there's a, can I get a rough number of people?
well, just in the main main hall here, there's maybe about 50 to 70 people.
Still pretty busy.
People sitting at their tables, colleagues talking about business while enjoying the show of these dancers.
Now, I'll make my way to the bar.
The
Because
bar is quite crowded. So this is to give a little bit more context here. Despite this place being a bar, strip club / lounge, the way the bar functions is that people place orders because there are tables where people are seated, right? And
Yeah.
once you place an order for a shot, servers will come out and bring the shots to you. So you can choose to, shall we say, sit at a table and enjoy a drink, with your buddies while enjoying the show. Or you can decide to go straight to the bar and take a seat right there.
I'm going to the bar and taking a seat there. I have nobody to watch or hang out with right now.
Is that Godzilla? Bruh. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, let's lock in. So, the bartender is a very, very pleasant young lady. Creole descent, tanned skin, a very extroverted aura. She's a people pleaser. If you're not careful, well, she might get you to have a few too many drinks. The sign of a good bartender. Good evening, sir. What can I
Good
get you
evening.
this lovely night?
I'd like a whiskey on the rocks, please.
Ooh, what classy. I like your taste, stranger.
Thank you.
What whiskey would you prefer? Johnny Walker?
Hmm. Let's see. Do you have any 10-year-old whiskey available?
We have Gold Label, Premium Blend. We also
Let
have
me get it.
Blue Label.
Let me get the the blue label.
Really suits your aesthetic.
Why, thank you.
So she gives you a fancy little show. Well, maybe she's too good of a bartender. She's not being crass, but she's, as she's preparing this for you, taking out the ice and then, taking out the bottle and pouring it for you, she is a bit more sensual in her movements, showing off her body. She's not shy, at the very least.
Bro, what the fuck?
Don't worry about it, bro.
Don't worry about it. What are you
That's
doing?
why I said it suited you.
Yeah,
That's why I
it
said
suited
it
you.
suited you, bro.
dude.
No, he knows. He knows.
What the fuck?
He
I know,
knows.
I know, buddy.
You had
He
it
knew it
coming,
was
bro.
coming.
You had it coming.
Yeah. You got to be careful in wordplay.
damn.
You will always be quoted.
Hey, man with good taste.
Yeah, he has really good taste. You know?
Gosh.
I mean,
Ugh.
you could go a little bit, maybe 6 under, and you know, be a little bit more refined.
Mystic, you find
but-
yourself a new friend.
I like this gentleman.
Arthur takes off his hat and lays it on the bar table. He drinks the whiskey and gestures for a refill. As she is doing her performance, he asks her, "Have you ever thought about dancing before? I bet you would make way more money that way."
If it was another gal, that might have been offensive. I only dance for people I care about. I'm not that cheap, My performance is special, one of a kind. She gives you a
Special.
wink.
Yo, you're not recovering.
What other kind of performances can you do?
Oh, I can do all sorts of things. When people come here, they're either one of two people. People trying to escape, or people searching for something. She leans over, leaning, like resting her head, on her hand as she's looking at you. And she says, "I'm a pretty good judge of character. I can tell you're the latter. You know what you want." Right?
Well, if you can surmise a person's character that easily, do you happen to have seen any people like myself here the last couple of nights?
Oh, I've seen lots of things. No one ever suspects the pretty little flower to take notice. Best to pretend to be ignorant, Safer that way. The real question you should be asking, mister, is what can you do for me? She leans over, holding onto your tie, kind of teasing you.
We can tell each other secrets. I'll tell you one of mine, and you tell me what I want to know.
Oh, I like a bold gentleman. Well, since you were the one who brought it up, why don't you go first?
You see, I have had many encounters with people trying to get something from me. Those encounters have developed a certain hatred for their lifestyle. And while I can't say what that lifestyle is, I can say there are people here that pursue that lifestyle.
I see. Could you perhaps be referring to parasites of society?
I'm referring to people that go against the will of God, as some would say. And yeah, that's about all I can say for now until I get a piece of information from you.
Well, He hesitates for a moment. Did I cut out?
No,
Hello?
not really.
Hello?
No, you haven't been cut. No.
Okay.
You're good.
It's just the music that's tripping me, I think. Yeah. He says, well, I like your style, mister. But, say I do catch your meaning. What's in it for me?
Well, that depends on what you want. I am not such a good judge of character that I can guess your wants from a mere conversation. As he says this, he is trying to get a read on her. More towards
If you
what
want-
kind of...
Okay, so if you want to tell what kind of person she is, you have to make a roll. Perception and either empathy or expression.
Hmm.
Difficulty 9.
Difficulty 9.
You got
Yes,
this, my
she's
boy.
a
You
very-
got this.
He has-
Welcome to the
Okay,
hard
let's-
lore.
You got it, Lee. You got it, Lee. You haven't been around
gotta
enough for me to
leave.
debuff you.
Go, Lee. You
Use
got
your
this. Come
willpower
on.
point. Use a willpower
Wait,
point.
hold on.
You
Generational
haven't been
luck
around
needs
long
to be
enough for me
spent
to
here.
debuff your ass.
And listen, just use a willpower point. What's he have to roll?
Okay. Yeah, it's perception with either expression or empathy. So I got 4 for perception, but I got 0 in both of those.
All right,
Okay,
use a
so
willpower
we're-
point as a
okay,
precaution
okay.
then.
So hold on. Normally, we just give you 1 dot and then increase the difficulty, but 10 is kind of crazy. So I'm just gonna keep the difficulty 9 and you roll with 5. 5 dice.
Add a willpower.
Okay.
Add a willpower.
Yeah, I'll add a willpower to that.
That's my boy.
To that roll.
Take off one of the square boxes in your stat sheet.
Yeah. Go on your stat sheet and then go to willpower and take off one of those black square boxes. You're good.
Yeah, not the circle, buddy.
Yeah, no, so
And once you do, it's only a temporary thing. You'll get it back in time. Unless you die.
I'm a
how many was
resource
it?
whore.
5, or are we doing
That's why you almost died.
5.
4?
You roll 5. Yeah, you roll 5. Alright, let's see this.
Got a 10.
Plus that
2
extra
fives.
willpower success, that means
Okay.
you
So
should have
that's
gotten
3
3 successes.
successes.
Yeah.
Alright, let me roll against you then.
Alright,
No.
let's do this with
Don't
dice
worry.
roll.
Watch it be the
Let's do
most
it with dice
BS
roll.
roll, bro.
No, don't worry. Mystic's luck got debuffed today. I checked.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. He's been around
I'm
long enough
not-
for me to debuff that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead ass, bro. I'm low key scared.
Don't worry. I've been checking my meta notes. It should be good today.
Oh no.
I told
Oh,
you.
never
He's
mind.
It's still more
Today.
intense.
I told you.
Never mind.
I
Yes.
checked the meta.
Get
Nah, bro.
You botch.
The meta is crazy.
Holy fuck. That
I
is
a-
promised you,
man.
bro. I promised you.
That's a-
I told you. I checked the meta.
3 1s is actually cooked, man.
Yeah, bro. You know what?
Go Lee.
Let's go. Being the debuff worked. Being the debuff worked this
Thank
time.
you.
Let's go.
Lee.
Thank God,
We had
bro.
to
It ain't a
take.
boss,
And
bro.
listen, we had to take the immense nerf last time to ensure this man could clutch up against Mystic next time.
Yeah.
We took
Go
away
for the
all
throat.
his power.
So you get 0 successes. So it's a bit difficult, but there is some stuff you can get from her. Firstly, she's a professional, or at the very least, somebody who has the skills of a professional. What I mean by professional is acting. She really knows how to give out a convincing performance, distracts you with her allure, or other things if you aren't interested in her specifically. She doesn't talk directly, and she oftentimes will redirect things in order to prise more information out of you. So this is a woman who knows what she's doing. It's difficult to go deeper than that, because it's been a very brief conversation, but you can see her skills in action. This is a
Okay.
woman who is not less than you in the art of conversation. Okay?
All right. So just be extra careful because she might be a spy. All right. So is she gonna tell me anything?
Yeah, give me a moment. So she says, well, I like beautiful things, but I don't like getting them easy, you know? If it's too easy to get, I just want to throw it away. So, I like keeping myself busy. As long as you promise that you can keep me busy, then I don't mind telling you what you like to hear.
Well, I can promise you one thing. You'll definitely have your hands full with me. If you catch my drift.
Ooh. I like that. So, she turns around and gives a quick wave, and somebody from the back comes in and takes her spot. She says, follow me then. Somewhere a little bit more private.
Arthur picks
Let's
up
go.
his
Lee.
hat.
Better clap some cheeks.
Arthur picks up his hat and follows her.
So she
As
takes
he's
you to
doing
the back.
this, though,
Yeah.
he's getting good layout of the place. He's looking around. This woman is clearly an actor, and whether her performance is to get with him or to get at him is still up to question. So he wants to make sure that he has plenty of escape routes in mind.
Now, as you're moving back, there are cameras in the hallway. So she sticks very close to you. She wraps her hands around your arm and is essentially hanging off of you. No, you go the opposite direction. Opposite direction. Towards the back. There's a door by the bar that leads to the back. It's not on the map though. So, she's... You had a good roll, so I'll tell you. Even though she's hanging off of you like this, it's a show for the cameras. If anybody sees this, they'll think you're just some lucky bastard who's about to get, get some.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you're in a bit more of a private spot, she sits down and pours herself a drink. She pours one for you as well. Well, before we start, why don't we get properly introduced? I go by Natalie.
Nice to meet you, Natalie. My name's Arthur.
Likewise, mister. So, you're a very, very curious fellow. What do you want to know?
I want to know whether there has been any strange people coming in. People like myself, people looking for something. People not here for the entertainment. They're not here to be loved. They're not here to get any sort of consolation in the arms of another or in drink. I want to know if there have been people here who gave off a sort of vibe about them. Well, actually, aura, I guess. You can't say vibe in this place. It's not the time yet for that. An aura about them that made them stand out in this place.
Oh, now that you mention it, last night, a group of strange people. They came here looking for someone.
Natalie, do you happen to know their names, these people?
They gave me aliases. One was called Chad, one was called Leon, and the last one was called L.
L. Do you happen to know who they were looking for?
I left a little early. You know, I could tell these guys were gonna be a handful. I'm not too sure who they were after. But, well, Mr. Daniel, the owner of this fine establishment, didn't come into work today. He never misses a day at the club. So, I suspect I don't really have any proof. And that little tussle out in the alleyway, well, I imagine if you were to really dig deep, I'm willing to bet that this little group of strangers were the ones who had something to do with it.
Interesting. Thank you for your assistance, Natalie. Could you point me in the way to your security room?
You want to check the cameras?
I do, yes. See, these people sound like exactly the kind I'm looking for.
It's a bit difficult. Security has gone haywire ever since last night, and some other investors in the club aren't too happy that, well, you know, there was a gunfight right outside. Seeing the cameras might be a little difficult, but I have a solution.
Do tell, dear Natalie, what is the solution you have in mind?
Take a look. She points to her chest.
Arthur takes an attentive detective look at her chest.
I imagine, buddy.
Detective. Uh-huh. Yep.
So,
Yep.
if you look
Hell,
very
let this man
carefully.
lock in as he looks.
My goodness.
Yo, get some binoculars. Get some binoculars. Get the camera.
If you check, if you
Get
check
the
very
camera.
carefully
I-
on her, on her chest, she has a little pin on her left breast pocket. It just looks like a normal pin, but well, you know what this kind of thing is. It's a miniature camera.
He asks what she wants for it.
Your number. Private, please. She holds
gives
your
her-
hand.
Okay.
There are dangerous people in this city. And you seem like the kind of guy who knows how to get around. I need a place where I can feel safe.
He gives her his burner phone number. I'm assuming burners are a thing in this time.
Yeah, there are burners though.
Okay. He gives her her burner phone number. His burner phone number. He says, if you ever need my assistance, one call and I'll be there.
I need a place to stay.
I might have an idea for that. Says, come. Wait, what's the fucking apartment number or apartment name?
You haven't exactly been told yet, because your stuff has already been moved there, but they haven't really told you because you're staying at the Marriott's for now. But once
Okay.
you get that settled, you can tell her to meet you at the Marriott's or something, and then go from there.
Yeah. Meet me at the Marriott once your shift is over.
A few
Yeah.
days, but a few days.
Yeah, in a few days, I guess. Meet me at the Marriott in a few days.
She extends her hand to you.
He grasps her hand.
She's
And
doing
I'm a-
business with you, dear. And from her other hand, she hands you a USB.
Pleasure is all mine. He grabs the USB and steps out the bar.
She gives you a wave before going back to her position at the bar. So, at this point, this is the most you can get. If you really want to get access to all the camera footage here, you would have to come here as law enforcement. You would need a warrant and all this other stuff, and
Well,
all that is going to be a pain in the ass.
now I'm wondering, is there businesses across the street that have cameras as well?
There are some. However, much like businesses over here, this building, these are all attached to businesses, and you need a very, very good reason to get their camera footage, especially now, after the terrorist attack. People have become very paranoid about this kind of stuff. And businesses especially want their clients to feel, well, we're protecting your privacy. So if you really want to get footage from one of these businesses, you would need like an actual warrant.
Okay.
Or you can just go like a lunatic, break in and try to, get your hands on it that way.
Hmm.
Probably very, very foolish to do that.
For now, I will leave the club and I'll head to the alleyway where the incident happened.
Okay, let me switch. What the hell is moving the goblin?
Fucking rat. You got the fucking rat there still. Anyways, so the
May I
first thing that
explain
comes
why it's
into my
called
vision.
Go to third really quickly?
Shut up, bro.
Interesting name, I'm just saying.
So the first thing that draws my attention is obviously the car that is torn in half.
I will say, it's the next day, obviously.
Mhm.
There have been police officers here. There's like tape everywhere. They're trying to see what the hell went down. The car has been covered up with what do you call that in English?
A tarp?
A tarp?
A tarp. There we go. Yeah. But clearly, this is no ordinary car crash. The car was flipped to its side and then presumably hit the edge of this wall here. Let me use the pointer tool here. So
Yeah,
this
I see
car
it.
right here, right, was flipped to its side, and then it must have hit something here, and then broken into two pieces. Half of the car here, half of the car here. And that is not a normal car crash. First of all, this alley
No.
is too short to get that kind of speed in here to be able to do a car crash like that. You know?
Yeah.
But look at all this junk and shit in the way. Like you're not supposed to drive down this alleyway, technically speaking.
Yeah.
You know?
So the first thing that draws my attention is the car. This is a normal car crash, as you just explained. Now, I will lift the tarp to see if there is any other damage besides the very obvious cut in half thing.
It broke. It wasn't necessarily cut because it's not perfect, but its structural integrity, it was definitely dented. It hit something pretty hard. But if it did hit something that hard, why didn't this pillar over there break? That's odd.
Yeah.
That's pretty odd.
Yeah. So I'm examining the car for any other types of damage, right? Presumably, right? If this was a car crash, there would be blood stains inside the car from whoever was driving it. There'd be I wouldn't assume that a person who has just been in that kind of crash would be able to take all their belongings with them.
Right.
So while I'm
That's a
examining
good
this
observation.
car, I'm looking for belongings, I'm looking for any other sort of damage, assuming this was a car crash and not something else. It shouldn't have any other damage other than
So, firstly, the newspaper, and the file didn't mention that there were any casualties. At least not any that the the police were able to find. Looking at the car, it is extremely damaged. It's hard to be able to tell. Barely you can see inside, and there's no body or anything. So, even if there should have been bloodstains, like you said, of some kind. Any papers or anything that might have been in there, yeah, that is completely ruined. You would have to saw open certain bits to even get close to the glove box or anything like that.
I look around on the floor, around the building, around this car. I'm trying
So
to.
where your character is right now, right there.
Mhm.
There is sort of like something dry and sticky on the on the road.
Hmm.
If you remember, one of your abilities, right?
Is to.
It makes you very
Digest blood.
sensitive. Yeah, it makes you very sensitive to some of this stuff. Especially when you overclock, right?
Mhm.
When you use the overclocking ability, your senses are sharpened a lot, and you get to see things like residual heat. You get to like see how something may have played out, stuff that normal people can't see. This isn't something like supernatural or anything. Like I mean, it is technically supernatural, but what I mean by this, it's not a vision. It's your mind noticing details, right, by overclocking, and then you rapidly putting them together. So if you want, you can use your the predator gland.
Let me see.
Now this is something used for
I
combat.
know there's a lot of fail things. There's a lot of failure backlashes on that shit. So.
Yeah. If you want to try that. Now, you could just use the filter organ if you want and just straight up taste whatever the fuck's on the floor. But even if you have immunity to poisons and diseases to some extent, are you really somebody who would want to take random shit off the road and put it in your mouth? Like, are we real here?
No, not really. I guess I would look around for other traces like this.
Okay. So firstly, there is green mixed with red on that little sticky stuff substance. The red makes you imagine it's likely blood, but the green, what, maybe bile, phlegm, something. Now, where you're stepping right there, the ground feels a little soft. Structural integrity problems, maybe? Yeah, the brick feels very loose here. So it's kind of like clay. Where you are right now, there's a lot of blood on the ground. Maybe a gunshot, maybe a knife attack, something. But somebody definitely bled here.
Now, seeing all this blood, the first thing that comes to mind is if there was a shooting and there might be a chance that this person has gone to jail before, is there any way to take a sample of this?
Well, forensic
Maybe with a
technology has really
handkerchief.
advanced. It's definitely advanced in recent years. You can collect a sample, yes. You imagine the police have already taken samples, but this is for your private use.
Yes. So I would Is it dry? Is it dry blood or is it like somewhat still liquid?
No, it's definitely dried at this point in time. It did rain a little bit, but because the alleyway is slightly covered, not all the blood washed away.
Okay. Mm. How hard is this ground? You said it was like clay, right?
Well, only that one spot that you stepped on.
Is there any blood on that one spot?
No, there's no blood. It's a little bit weird. Like right over here. The pointer tool right here. Hmm.
I'm trying to
By
figure out
the
how to take a
way,
sample here.
ah, well, if it's coagulated, just put a bit of water on it, if you want to, I guess.
I'm thinking, yeah, doing that and then using a handkerchief to like soak it up.
Sure.
So Arthur, seeing this blood on the ground, assumes that this might have been a shooting, might have been a stabbing.
Right.
Usually, people of that nature have some sort of past.
Right.
He pours some water on the bloodstains and tries to soak up as much of the blood as he can with a handkerchief from his suit. He examines the alleyway walls for any other traces of anything that might have happened that night.
There is something strange. In the alleyway a little bit more to the back, off the map, a manhole cover is missing.
He heads over and looks down the manhole. He shines a light down there.
This is not an access point to the sewer. It is a straight drop down. So if somebody did go down this manhole, the odds aren't very good for them. Besides, this manhole was dead bolted into the ground.
Yes.
So if you look behind you in the opposite direction, over to the north side of the map over here, you'll find that manhole cover.
So, something or someone of extraordinary strength must have pried this manhole cover out of the ground and thrown it over here. That is what this scene is telling him, essentially.
I mean, I guess if you're dealing with supernatural, probably possible. I mean, why the hell else would you if they were trying to go into the sewer, why would they bring the manhole cover all the way over there? Plus, it's caused some significant damage to whatever wall it hit over there. So you can assume, yeah, the manhole cover was thrown. That thing weighs quite a bit.
He understands that this was not done by someone, but rather something. And he does not feel confident of going down there alone to investigate this.
Right, yeah.
So he'll give his handler a call and tell her that he has a sample that he wants to run through any prison or any essentially like legal database to try and find who it belongs to.
Right. So she says that once you come in, she'll take the sample off of you, and then she'll check it out. There's also the USB you got. Now, if Natalie was right, and the people that she encountered the previous night were the ones who did this, at the very least, you'll have their faces on camera. And you can maybe put out an APB for them if you really want to go down that path.
So he obviously has to go back to the Marriott to essentially use a computer or something.
Right, of course.
So he decides to head back, calls for a taxi, since he doesn't have a method of transportation yet.
Very smooth. No hitches in the road. You reach the Marriott.
He goes up to his room. As he enters, he heads over to... Do I get briefcase, bro? Do I get a
obviously.
briefcase?
Obviously,
Yeah, okay, so I brought a briefcase with like a work laptop or something.
Well, we are in the 2000s. Work laptops are not that advanced yet.
Is it
I mean,
able to take a
even
USB and show me a video?
Yeah, obviously it's able to take a USB, but it's still pretty bulky despite being a laptop. You can say the briefcase itself is the laptop.
Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say like something like that. Like, okay, it's just the whole briefcase. So he installs the USB into his laptop and goes over the video. What does he see?
There's about 14 hours of footage. You see, well, random people at the bar from, and they all kind of end up staring at the camera at some point. Though it's not the camera they're looking at, if you catch my drift, my boy.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I want to do is I want to scroll through the video to try and find anything unusual.
So Natalie did tell you around what time she met these people. And when you scroll around that time, you see three figures. A very beautiful young woman, black hair, pale skin, southern, real charm to her. A little bit skinny, but, well, hey, if the face is good, who cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other two are a bit strange. One is a very tall, gaunt looking man. Brown hair tied in a ponytail, glasses, scraggly little beard. He has bags under his eyes. Looks kind of like a junkie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is a hulking figure. Like, you imagine a 6'4" man here. Built like he's, like he's doing things professionally.
Mm-hmm.
These are the
Okay.
three people that stand out to you.
So now I have a description of these people, and from what I could tell in the alleyway, someone suffered grievous wounds within the alleyway. Wounds which would need medical attention. Something you can't just walk off. So I'll make a few calls to the hospitals in the area and describe these people to them and see if they have admitted anybody by these descriptions. Now,
Roll for
obviously,
me for this.
okay.
The hell? Who loaded this? Did you put this?
Yeah, try.
The quality is so bad. Goddamn.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was getting distracted. Yes. So what I want you to roll, are you perhaps do you have enigmas?
Enigmas? What is that?
Should be on your. Oh, hold on, let me open the stat sheet. Sometimes I forget what's on the sheet. Let's see here. Okay. We're going for a social skill here. Okay. So I want either charisma or manipulation, along with maybe performance, expression, empathy.
Alright, so I'll go for manipulation and performance.
Okay, the difficulty for this is 7. Now, obviously, you need to get your story straight. You're calling hospitals here as a normal person looking for people, giving a rough description of any, critically injured patients. What excuse are you giving them? Like, why are you looking for these people? Like, usually they don't disclose that stuff, but, if you tell them, you gotta tell them something.
I will tell them that I was in an accident recently. When I came to, my friends who were riding in the car were no longer there. Now, being drunk, my body naturally relaxed, did not suffer many wounds. However, I would like to know whether my friends did. And if so, I would head over and get admitted to the hospital with them.
Okay. So,
It's not a little bit of metal.
what, looking for them at a hospital?
Oh, just the story.
No, what he said, I don't know if you heard him. He said that he was in a car accident. So he's assuming the position of the person who was in a car crash, right? Essentially.
Okay.
Because in his mind, I imaginely, correct me if I'm wrong, if these people were hurt in this quote-unquote car accident, they would tell people that, hey, we were in a car accident or something similar. And this kind of emergency would be pretty noticeable, especially with how much blood you saw at the scene. Now, they either died or they did the obvious thing and went to a hospital. Now, obviously, it's not going to be a one-shot. You're going to be trying a lot, calling different hospitals. And your story needs to check out. You know?
Yeah.
Is that the general feel you're going for?
Yeah.
Did you already roll the dice?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Rolling right now.
Oh,
he could have won with the same family member.
4 successes. Right?
That's 5.
Difficulty is 7.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm lying.
Oh, I
lying.
thought
It's
you-
not the 6. Yeah, no, it's 4. It's 4, you're right. Well, this is a continuous effort. Eventually, after hours of trying, you do eventually hear something similar. It wasn't exactly a car crash, but there were people with similar appearances who were rushed in very, very early this morning, the same day you arrived.
Now, I would like to ask for the names that they were admitted under?
Unfortunately, the hospital is not allowed to give out patient names. If you want to visit them, you'll have to go in person.
Okay. So I'm guessing it's very late right now, right?
Indeed, it is very late. Visiting hours are over. If you want to go, it would have to take some time. However, if
Yeah.
you want to be very prepared with what you're doing, these people are not getting discharged anytime soon. So, prepare your cards, essentially, right? So, the
All
blood
right.
test, try to see if you can get a positive ID on who these people are before you go out and meet them. You can't
Yeah.
really, you're still in the dark about what the threat level of these people might be. If they are
Yeah.
supernatural, you could be in great danger. And even though you're part of Firelight, that doesn't mean that civilians or federal officers are expendable. Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So this is going to take some preparation. Preparation that you can't do in just a few days. So it's going to take a while. A week minimum.
Okay.
And in this week, you also have to get settled at your apartment. Hold up your end with Natalie and start fitting in to the Federal Bureau of Investigations here in New Orleans.
Okay.
So, the days go by. We're going to switch back to everybody else. It's been a week, guys. It's been a week. We are at the end of January. Very, very soon it will be February.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Now, Hugo, and what's his face? Eleanor are still in the hospital. Tony, you had something similar to a concussion. You were allowed to be discharged only after a few days. They just wanted to be certain that, you didn't have a hemorrhage or something.
Got that, Ezzy? Ezzy? Okay, he's here.
Brother, I'm not on my lunch.
Oh shit. We're cooked.
He's cooked. You're gonna have to talk mid-conversation to the customers as a character. Have fun.
It's not that. It's the fucking noise pollution of me cleaning my entire apartment, brother.
Should be, well, is it like 7 for you right now? Like that.
It's 7, bro.
Yeah.
Give me a second. There's an annoying motherfucker shooting fireworks.
Terracotta, stop shooting fireworks.
Sorry, celebration.
Okay. So, well, you guys haven't been discharged from the hospital yet. Henry, Hugo, Elle, how you guys doing?
How's my throat doing? Apparently.
Well, it's still a bit difficult to speak.
Okay.
You're able to speak now, but it's still very dry.
Alright. Well, other than my terribly designed throat that still needs to keep healing, I've just been laying in bed the entire time. Maybe moving a little bit around just to keep myself balanced. If I'm allowed to, I have no clue. I've never had that area cut, honestly, or destroyed. As I have been laying there.
Well, if I were to be more specific, they shoved a tube down your throat because, well, not only did they, they had to quite literally try to put a salve so that, you could properly start healing.
I know.
It's essentially surgery at this point.
Yeah. So I can't move anyways. Okay.
You can move, but, you're
Barely.
still a bit weak.
Okay, so I'm frail, skinny. Alright, boys. I'm cooked. Need some meat
Henry,
on the bones.
are you visiting them?
Oh, I
Yeah.
was about to do some shit.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. As I've
Go ahead.
been laying in my wonderful hospital bed, away from home, a few thoughts have surfaced, in and out. I've had time, so to speak. Time to reflect. Time to realize a few things that obviously I would not have picked up on in the moment. Some incidents in the church. Deep down, I've been trying to dig a little bit more at that wall, but who knows how that's really going right now, so we'll hold off on that. But there are a few things that I do remember and I've thought about more. Like the zombie chase, we'll call it. How it went. The headless talking zombie, call him too. Dimitri. It's a bit odd. It's not what you would expect of The Walking Dead. But it does give the possibility that, well, maybe there's a difference between those two and the regular ones, since she can't really recall the regular ones even wanting to talk. It just seemed there. Then she started thinking about these encounters she'd had with those vampires, each one being more unique than the other. One of them moving so lightning fast that it took maybe a singular blink and he had neared upon herself and Alice the first night that it all went down their night of investigation. Such speed was honestly terrifying. The only other time she'd ever seen such speed was with Uncle John himself. And even then, she couldn't keep up at all. A part of her felt like, that kind of makes sense. Supernatural world, super strength. But it didn't really equate to everything. There were still questions that she needed to dig into later on when it came to that. Another one was, well, obviously at the bar. Just simply being around that one woman, yes, she definitely had an allure to her, but it was the way how she could change the mood of a room that just... she felt she needed to think about a bit on. She wasn't sure about this woman, but maybe that was something that came from this world. Maybe there was something unique that she needed to look more into. What if, she had been one of them? Maybe this is a common trait they have too. Or maybe it's just there's a bit of diversity. But, again, there's not enough to really go on there. But it's something that's worth thinking about. Another thing that had bothered her, probably more than the other ones, was the door located, I think, in the basement of the Adelards. She did not want to meet what that was, but it gave way to maybe there's more to these stories that she hears about from time to time from these random individuals online, on videos, or when they just randomly make their weird documentaries claiming they've seen something like Bigfoot, she thought. But honestly, the thing that really was causing her to doubt this was when Henry had decided to spend a whole 2 minutes talking about a weregator. He's not sure how she should react on that one. And lastly, honestly, the thing that's bothered her the most, the thing that actually got her into this situation, that was definitely on her mind. She couldn't even explain what it even caused her to shove that rat down her throat. She didn't even want to talk about it. But if she found out the reason, more than likely she would never attempt that reason again. Maybe there would have been a countermeasure, maybe there was a different way, but that alone had kind of gotten her a little bit more wary of attempting to cast any form of spell from what she'd learned. She should have taken the hint when, well, she was almost killed, but she honestly felt she had no choice in that moment when everything went down. She didn't know how to feel. She was panicking. She'd watched one of the only few family members that she honestly had any close bond with left Tony in a terrible situation. Nobody wants to keep a losing family. She just couldn't do it. She had no choice but to take that risk. But, as they say, you can only learn how to improve upon yourself after you've made various mistakes. Although, maybe that was too many mistakes in one night. But, adding on to this, there was thing that drew her in a bit more too. It was the moment she had tried to draw in the book, and it resonated. It took from her, yes, and it took more. She didn't understand why or how it even did this. But after having time to think about it, she felt it might be best not to continue dabbling in this for the time being. Digging into something you have no clue about is, even in her perspective, one of the worst ideas you can do. Because sooner or later, you'll open up the wrong nest, and instead of a bee being in there, you'll just find a bear head. Weird analogy, but she's in a hospital bed and has time to make jokes to herself. But, let's see. Yeah, that's mainly about all she's been thinking about. Just everything that's been going on with, like, this odd world that she's in. Trying to understand it as best she can. She's also been a bit stressed out over this interview that she's supposed to, go to soon enough for LumCon. She needs to do research. So she's been a little bit finicky and wanting to get out, but she needs to heal. And lastly, she just wants to make sure that everything is okay with everyone else. She's been in here for a week, so she's heard some stuff, obviously. But it'd be nice to walk in and talk to everyone instead of just sitting in a bed waiting for people to come to her. It's a bit annoying. Alright, I think that's good enough. Who's next, by the way? Okay. Are you there, mister?
I'll go then.
Oh, he's loading?
Loading? No, it's no. Give me a sec.
Oh, you're going. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So Hugo lays on his bed, his hospital bed. Usually, he isn't on the receiving end of treatment. So, this is the first. Begin to recount the events that transpired last night. Or, it's been a week, right? No, last week. The fight that took place in the alley. We didn't stand a chance. We tried, but oh wait. couldn't do a single thing. What's the point of being different if I can't even protect my family's right? I made a vow to protect each and every single one, the patient in this room. Yet, I struggled. I struggled to be strong enough. I can't do a single damn thing. I got injured, and I let them down. I really am useless, huh? Even in the end, I can't protect the people I care about most. I just let them get hurt. Me, I was supposed to save them this time. I promised myself that I would never let this happen again. Not again. But I did. I let them down. I was supposed to be strong. I was supposed to make miracles come true. But I failed. I failed. If it wasn't for Alice's genius plan, we would have been dead. All of us. What's the point of having resolve, but showing no results? Being weak. Being unfocused. Not good enough. Unprepared. I have to get stronger. I have to get better. This power, I have to learn to control it better. I can't let them down again. I promised, didn't I, to protect no matter the cost? Yet I was the first to go down without even trying. Is this the extent of my will? To just give up when my body fails me? What a joke. I'll just talk about resolve, making a vow, promising. What's the point of a promise if I can't keep it? Huh? What's the point if I just make empty promises? And even now, if I steal my resolve, how many times must I say I'll protect them? I say I'll get better and stronger without even doing a damn thing. So what's the point? I'm so frustrated with myself. Why? Why can't I do a single damn thing? I can't fill them a second time. Because I'll die. I'll actually die. And I'll be alone again. I'll be left with nothing. Am I just doomed to just be alone forever? Am I a curse? to just try and try and try and try and try and try, but just having no results. I've been through this for so long, and yet I haven't achieved anything. I'm not one step closer to bringing back the ones I've lost. The one who's sleeping in the room next to me. I haven't even gotten close yet. So how am I supposed to? As I begin to break down, I take a deep breath and calm myself. I look around at my
Roll me a willpower, will you? Difficulty 7.
four successes, right?
Okay. Let me try to change the music here.
Yes.
Violet, prepare, yeah? You're
Looks
next
like
up.
5 successes, by the way.
5.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no, it is 5. You're right, it's 5.
Wait, the one doesn't subtract.
The 1 takes out the 7, but then you have... No, wait, 9... It's 1, 2, 3, 4... No, it is 4, it is 4. It's
Okay.
because the 6 doesn't count as success, it's difficulty 7.
Okay.
So, as you are lamenting your powerlessness, the loss of your will, your mind becomes more susceptible to memories of days long past. There is a memory that reaches the surface of your mind. A memory of your father, Michael. He stands there, looming over you, intimidating as always. You'd come back home, hurt, after playing in the neighborhood. What do you say to him?
As Hugo comes home with an injury, I see my father standing before me. He looks at me with a cold expression. I stare equally cold back. Father? And I've injured myself. Can I get the medical supplies? Patch myself up?
Why?
Because I'm bleeding, and I need to stop in case I get an infection.
That nonsense is for normal people, Hugo. We are not like them.
What do you mean we're not like them? Am I not human? What are you talking about, old man?
You are human. But there's something more. He lunges forward and wraps his hand around your throat.
What did...
Listen to my voice. The pain is only an illusion. Focus your mind. Where does it really hurt?
As my father rips his hand around my throat and begins to press down, I'm beginning to lose my breath. I can't breathe. It's hurting. It's, but the pain isn't coming from my neck. It's coming from within. This should be possible. So, how am I feeling? The sensation in my body, but not where it's supposed to be.
The suffocation quickly robs your body, your brain of oxygen. You begin to lose consciousness. But just as you're at the edge, you feel a little tug from somewhere in the dark. And then the sensation stops. You fall to the floor, gasping for breath.
Why did you do that? You're insane.
To your senses, you notice something even more strange. Your father is still sitting on the opposite end of the table. He hadn't moved at all. So what was it that was strangling you? You are shocked, completely into silence. That's when he actually stands up. He walks towards you and holds your arm. Reality is not always what it seems. Sometimes, pain is only the illusion of the mind. Pursue the path, learn what causes pain and suffering, and you will become the master of life and death. But for now, go to sleep. He takes out a syringe That's the last thing you see before you black out. You return to reality.
What? What was that? Memory? Why am I remembering that day? Uh, pain. Pain. What? I begin to recollect myself. What was that? Why? I remember it. Pain. Understand what pain is. An emotion, a feeling, reaction. Control pain and you become master of life and death.
The scene itself is familiar to you. It's at your old house in Violet. The thing that stands out to you, the syringe. It was placed in wrapping paper and kept in a box. A box that stayed in your parents' room when they visited. Not all the house is burnt down. The family home is still standing tall. Perhaps you might be able to go back and investigate what it is that your father was doing to you in your childhood. You wonder if this is something you should share with your siblings. Before we continue, I would like to ask Henry, are you going to visit them in the hospital? Sai?
Yes. I'm going to visit them in the hospital.
Now I'm gonna change the music to something a bit more cheerful. Adele, would you like to visit your would-be saviors too?
Of course.
Wonderful. Give me a moment. It is now currently right afternoon. A week has passed, and I'm not sure if Henry was regularly visiting the family, but at least in this instance, Adele wanted to tag along. Go ahead, ladies.
So, meeting up in the lobby with Adele, Henry has 3 separate bouquets of flowers. Although these are just a cover, hidden in each bouquet is an assortment of Just small things like snacks and trying to sneak it past the rest of the hospital staff. The one for Tony and Eleanor. There's small bottles of whiskey. Hey, Adele. So, how's it been since, a week so far?
Oh, yeah, everything has been alright so far. Um, I'm glad you let me know. I didn't know they're in such bad condition right now. You told me.
Well, don't worry about it, After all, being transparent with you is kind of important. You let us know about your family situation. It's only fair I tell you about mine. How can you and I, how can I keep my promise of
course.
trustworthy if I don't share the same thing? How's Alice doing?
I can answer this one.
Us.
Alice has been a lot calmer recently. She's been spending time with the family. When Bertrand saw her come home, he broke down in tears as the family got together. They had a very hearty meal, and for the first time in a long time, they were able to sleep with some peace of mind.
Mm.
That's good.
Mm.
Yeah, should I say something?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, everything has been going well so far. Alice has. Do I say something about Alice too? Since she's been with.
Only if you want to.
Since she's been with us.
Whatever you think, you can make up a scene if you want. Something to show that Alice is now a bit more calm. She's going back to the old Alice a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that. My bad. Yeah, everything has been going well so far. She has been more calm recently, more relaxed, and somehow it just feels like she's back with us in a way.
Mm.
Mhm.
Glad to hear it. Though, I don't care how many times you ask. I can't give you Aunt Rachel's recipe for gumbo. Family secret. I don't care how happy it'll make you and your dad.
It's all good.
All right. Speaking of, I'll be swinging by the estate later. I gotta go take my own rounds at the place, I did tell you and I would get to
Okay.
investigate it, so I gotta get my thinking cap on. Well, first on the list. Come on, we gotta go visit Eleanor. Let's hope she's not. Let's hope that. Well, I have noticed one thing. She's a lot less snarky without her voice.
You bitch.
I see.
I'm about
Well,
to
come on.
destroy your expectations in one go, boy.
She follows him.
He's going to
She
just
follows him.
nonchalantly just tear open Eleanor's door. Eleanor!
I'm gonna look at you like purely blank expression.
I brought you some flowers. And then as he reaches in, he's gonna pull it, like after he's made sure the door is closed, he's gonna reach in and pull out an assortment of just small snacks, as well as the main piece de resistance, the small little flask. And he tosses it.
All right. As it lands, I guess on my lap, I'm gonna reach for the side of my bed and pull out a whiteboard and proceed to write one sentence. I would then turn it around so you could properly see that I had written, "You sure took your damn time."
I've been visiting you guys every single day.
All right, I would then proceed to erase what I had written and then rewrite something else. Lies.
It's not lies. Well, it's true that I visited the others more than you, but that's only because Tony was unconscious for longer and because Hugo was in worse condition.
All right, I am now writing something else. Definitely a lie. This is clearly hatred towards myself. You're a
Are
hater.
you jealous that I spent more time with them?
I would then write something else. No, you're just suspicious.
I don't care. Listen, I told you, it's one thing to sneak in this. I can't sneak in all my home cooking. They'll know if you ate something extra. You have to eat the hospital food. I don't care how bad it is.
I would proceed to put down a sad face.
Once you get out of here, I'll make Aunt Rachel's gumbo from scratch, as you and everybody else in this family likes. Okay? Full
Oh.
stops.
I would then write on the fucking whiteboard. How many portions?
As much as you want. I'll get out the big pot, the one we use
Alright.
for the one we use for the crab boil.
Now the ultimate power play. I'm gonna move my left hand and reveal a number. 5 portions.
If that's how much you... I told you, I will get the seafood boil pot, and I will make the whole thing into a gumbo pot.
Alright, I would nod this time.
Alright.
Carl
stop being-
barges into the door.
What do you mean
Screaming.
Carl's here?
Guys, I'm so sorry I'm late. I lost track of time.
You
Mystic,
forgive Carl.
Can I roll for throw?
Man forgot.
Crazy work. You want to throw? What do you want to throw?
I'm throwing the whiteboard.
Yo, can I dodge it? Can I dodge it?
No, you ain't dodging
Okay,
this
you
one.
guys
bud.
close it. No, okay, fine. Ulti, give me dexterity plus athletics.
Alright.
And for Salter, I want dexterity and let's say,
Work with me, bro.
what do you want to use?
Hold on, let
What do you wanna
me
use?
see.
Dexterity and what more?
Let's do
Alright.
dexterity and to make it dramatic, expression.
I'm gonna
okay,
grab
man.
Adele.
Alright.
I'm gonna quickly.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna
grab
spend a
Adele
willpower
by
point
the
too.
hand and run out the way.
Okay, bro.
Can't be serious. No, we're not. I'm not allowing this.
Bruh.
What?
You're just gonna get so confused
Wants
of what's
to
going
hit him.
on.
No. I am going to
Yo,
put a
this dude is
willpower
so
point
sick
into
of
this
me
too.
being
All right,
late, bro.
bro,
Hold on.
Salter,
Hold on.
get the throw out the way. Come on.
I am doing a willpower point as well for this, so it's a 60-10. Ulti. I'm gambling with the gods. I prayed to the wall today.
All right. While you two are fighting. look,
Anyways, that's 2 successes.
So-
Emotionally, this should be
I have 3.
traumatizing. No, you don't. That doesn't exist. I deleted
He
it.
manages to dodge.
he does.
All right. Now, I throw another thing.
No.
No,
no.
Get up and go at him.
So as you're doing
No,
that,
no.
as you're doing that, he's gonna like Henry and Adele are kind of just side chatting as they've kind of gotten used to these antics over the past few days. All right, Adele, that's Eleanor covered. Let's go. Come on.
Now, I am going to say this. I don't know why you dodged the whiteboard.
You know what,
Hey, man.
Carl? Carl,
He
you're
actually-
gonna hear the
He could've
door
caught
get
it.
closed behind. We're gonna close. Adele and I are gonna leave the room. We're gonna close it, and then you hear a locking sound.
Oh, no. I'm bugged.
By the way, just so you're aware, hospital doors don't lock from the outside. I'm just fucking with you. But remember, you always forget, so who cares, right?
Yeah. You're locked in
Have
the
fun, the
room with
lion's
an
den.
ill Eleanor. Have fun.
It worked.
You know,
Now-
how does it feel? Carl is a 20-year-old man, and you're getting schooled by an 18-year-old boy. Me personally, I wouldn't take that.
Hey, by the way,
I don't think those types of thoughts are going through my mind right now, man. There's nothing going on in my brain. There's one thought per maybe.
hold on. Can we get like a recap as to what Uncle John did to this man? Because you know Uncle
Mhm.
John was gonna be upset.
Okay,
So-
so here's what happened. Uncle John has been, well, I he's been sick. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put it outright. He's been staying in his shack, in the bayous. He was there when Carl came home. You put the body of the well, in the
Vampire.
basement.
Alright.
Now, it has not woken up yet.
Let's
You
keep it
guys
that way.
fasten it with the cable, and you're waiting for this thing to wake up. Now, Carl had such an excellent performance that Uncle John told him that if he was really interested, Uncle John would give him some shooting lessons.
Hey, did you accept?
Duh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good job.
you poor soul.
By the way, Uncle John has prepared a gift for all of you.
Alright.
Gift. I like
Yeah.
gifts.
Yeah, don't worry. You're getting your gift later.
So he left
No.
it back at the apartment for when you guys get discharged.
Alright.
But it's a box filled with family photos of everybody.
Ah, I see. It was all part of his insidious plan. No evidence.
Yeah.
Nice of him, though.
I could imagine a little. Or the Vanderling kid helped Hilda. Fuck yourself.
Ezzy, you're here
Hey.
in the hospital too. You wanna join the scene?
Yeah, you want to talk?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk. So as we're moving to the
Ez,
next room,
please save me, bro. Please
So,
save me.
No,
We're going to
He's
Tony.
locked in that room.
we're going into Tony's room. So
I'm done
as we're
watching
heading,
Moon Knight. I'm gonna be here for a little bit.
so Adele, thanks again.
Mhm.
If it hadn't been for you being one of my few pillars of stability right now, I think I would have gone crazy.
Yeah.
As Henry has been jumping between Uncle John's bayou, trying to care for the handful of an older man, as well as the hospital, and then back at the apartment to make sure that the body hadn't, inconspicuously
Oh.
moved, and checking and constantly calling in to make sure that Adele, Alice, and Bertram were all right. He's been kind of running all over the place.
I see.
By the way, I need you to confirm for me which estate did you send them to?
The estate that I sent them to is the same one that I've been thinking about going to check out some stuff, which would be. Where are you? Where are you? I had it right here. Yeah, I put them in the St. Charles row, the residential rentals.
Okay. I need you to write that for me in the lore section, so we can
Okay.
confirm.
Yeah, because I didn't tell them the exact one I wanted to go to, because that just seemed a little too on the nose. You know what I mean? I got it. So should I write down the entire thing or just the tenant use?
The entire well, not everything, but there's just the name is enough.
Oh, I'll just screenshot which one I sent them to. Okay. I'll show you. Boop, boop.
Okay, that works too.
Watch this old man. Good.
Property ID.
But so are we ready for the Tony scene? Ez, can you talk?
Yeah,
Hey.
we're heading in there.
By the
Yeah,
way,
we're going in there to check on him.
Oh, I want to say one thing. If you do bring back Carl, I want to describe his appearance when he got locked in that room.
Okay. So
No.
Tony,
It's too late, bro.
as they're going to unlike with Eleanor, this door is open much softer.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he's still in a you heard it, Mystic. He's still in a coma.
He's still unconscious, bro.
The funniest scene happens because of the shock to his head. it's impaired his speech for a while. So he sounds like a mumbling
Hey.
drunkard.
Hey,
Yeah.
so unwittingly, he has also pulled out a whiteboard and is waiting for Carl as well.
No. You understand that he still has so much blunt force trauma that whenever he tries to draw a straight line, it becomes just a bunch of squiggles. So even that's useless.
Good luck translating.
Hey, Ez, if you really want to go with that idea, you
Do
can
it.
type your whatever
Please.
you want to say
Yeah.
in the general or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just use general
think-
chat and
I
type.
think it'd be
You
fun.
can be good. Do it.
Well,
You know how you do it.
Oh.
mm,
I can't understand you, bro. Can you text?
he's going to hold. So he.
Get out of the
Henry,
water! Get out of the water! What's in the water?
Henry is going to walk over to the vase and he's going to plant in a nice bouquet of I think today would be peonies. As he's going to just start rifling through the bag that he taken in, he starts placing down all kinds of things on the bed. Flask, some snacks, and most importantly, the most coveted thing that he can grant you at this time. He places down. Where are you? Yeah, it was released back then. So, yeah, he places down a foldable small game console known as a Game Boy Advance.
Tony looks at you straight in the eye, and you can imagine what he's telling you. Do I really look like a gamer to you?
Well, would you rather you keep watching hospital programming?
He levels a glare and points to his mouth. God damn it, the food tastes like shit. Get me something edible.
And at that he smiles slightly, a little devilishly, as he's going to pull out the last thing in the bag, which he had not packed any for Eleanor, knowing her appetite. As he holds out a Tupperware that has some of his cooking in it.
As say
Yep.
yes if you're gonna gorge this down, like how this nigga Salter ate the rat.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yes is enough, bro.
Yeah, so what he's brought you is
Yeah.
a nice
Giant, yes.
a nice spread. He brought you grilled corn, some cornbread, some roast beef, and most importantly, some nice toasted potatoes. Some nice pan fried potatoes with some gravy. All the works. Yeah, I know.
Hey guys,
Texture's a
are we still going to Bayou St. John for that little family trip?
hell yeah. It'll be the perfect zoo trip now that Ez is essentially a Down syndrome.
Hey. Listen, he's
Oh my
only
God.
following in the footsteps of Big D.
You don't understand. This was my plan all
No.
along.
Listen,
now we can save
listen.
on parking.
Listen, when you really think about it, Ez has always been following in the footsteps of Big D. Are you gonna
How
stop?
does
So-
it feel to
Anyway.
become a vegetable?
I'm gonna stick the map.
Exactly. So yes, I gave him the food so he can gorge himself if he'd like. And now the most important person to check on. Holler if you need me for anything, and remember, Tony, when I come back to collect the Tupperware, as he hands him a pen, like a small notepad, write down whatever you need, and I'll bring it to you tomorrow. I gave one to Eleanor, but I don't think she'll even know there's a notepad there. She probably already chucked it at Carl. Oh well.
You deserved it.
As he just gives him a wave. Get better, okay? We have a lot to talk about, and Uncle John prepared a present for us when we get home. I think it'll make you feel a lot better. As he closes the door, and then on to Hugo.
Well, actually, small detour really quick. Carl stays back a tiny bit.
It's already too late, bro. You
And-
haven't escaped that room yet.
You never left Salter's room.
No, bro.
Yeah. Listen,
I-
you're getting
I escaped the room.
barraged. No.
I have
Well,
escaped
you want me
the
to describe
room.
how you got out?
No, I got out. There's no need
Alright.
to explain anything.
All right. I said I would describe your appearance.
Hmm.
So you want to
Let
get
me
out now,
have-
or would you rather someone save you?
I don't know, man. Hospital doors don't lock from the outside. How would you're in bed, bro? How would you even lock the door?
I don't have to lock the door.
Anyway, Carl, you okay? You finally managed to peel away from Eleanor?
Hey, like I said,
I
let
don't
me
know why she
describe his
hates me
appearance
so
right now.
much, bro. I just tried to give her some chocolates, like a good brother.
And that's the
What
reason.
I do wrong?
And you said brother. So yeah, that's another reason.
Listen,
Oh, God.
You called her like an older sister.
Eleanor is touchy, you know that, and more importantly,
Would it hurt her to show some kindness once in a while? Oh my goodness.
Hey,
he struggles with the right thing to say, and he just goes, "You know what? Why don't you go visit Tony?" As he opens the door.
hey, hold on. You know, Ulti, go in there.
Where?
Go talk to
Tony's.
Tony. I'm going to describe
You open the
something.
door to Tony's room.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
All right. As you go in,
Oh no, you put
As
something
you,
on his back, didn't you?
as you pass Henry is going to see a lot of assortments have been thrown at your back while you were trying to get away. Flowers.
He's gonna reach over
Ironically, a little bit of paper.
And he's gonna reach over
something
and
else.
like pluck a paper airplane from the back of your hair. I'm really good at these.
Bro.
You weren't escaping that one, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, at
I
least I
just
didn't
get
give
up
you
there.
the third. Listen, you know, I have to find out what happened to what's his name? Jugo the third.
Anyway,
Bro, who named that?
if you
Me.
okay, Ulti, you want to do your scene before I go and visit Hugo?
Yeah, it's a really small funny scene. Anyway,
It's of course go.
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. You're gonna go meet
can do
Ez.
it.
Go do it. Go.
Alter, let him do his thing.
I am. That's what I'm saying. Go.
You got this, Ulti.
anyways, after Henry and his all leave, I stay back in the room a tiny bit. Speak with Tony alone. Tony, I don't have exquisite food like the others gave you. I'm gonna lie to you, I actually forgot. However, I wanted to give you some chocolates and wish you a speedy recovery. Get well better soon, bro. And then I just leave.
Throw the whiteboard.
No, the entire
Bro,
time.
bro.
No, it's
I
Tony.
escaped.
Damn
We're not
bad.
going through that again.
So bad, bro. Yeah, he didn't even know he was in there.
He's eating the food that Henry
I
gave.
put all my feelings into it and he just ignored me.
He is scarfing this
You
shit
just he
down.
was. Wait,
He
no,
just
you
looks
know
at the
what?
chocolate.
He's making some like inaudible noises like oh.
Wait 1 second. You know what? I'm gonna show you what he was doing with that cook. with the whole.
Hey,
whole ass
post it in
chicken
general.
leg.
Post it in general.
I will.
Hey, I'll
It
add
loads
it to the video real quick.
All right. This is what this is.
Carl, just you know it's
this
Merc,
is Tony, right? This is Tony. I'm putting general. This is Tony right now with one of the chicken legs that Henry brought, like or some of the food, the roast corn.
Bro.
By the way,
Anyway.
Ulti, I gave your character a chance to actually be useful. You're welcome.
All right.
You actually took the vampire home. Good job.
So we're going to go and then now to the most important room.
I actually took some.
Gripping the handle. He throws it open. Good morning, Hugo.
Morning already. Oh,
Well,
hey, Henry.
actually, it's actually 2 p.m. But
Oh. Oh, I see if you brought little Missy over here as well, and
so
Carl's here as well.
Yeah.
Since
And
we played
Adele,
this scene,
Yeah.
and I was saying, yeah, Adele's here as well to see you too. You know, she's been coming with me all these past few days as well, checking on Uncle John and everything.
How is the old croak?
Hello.
He's Mystic. Has he been
Hello.
has he been letting Henry take care? Has Uncle John been letting Henry assist in taking care of him?
Not really. He's still his prideful old self. But he doesn't dislike your presence.
You wouldn't believe. The only thing he lets me do is cook. Every time I try to give him medicine, he'll throw a fit. You know who? Like, okay. Do you remember when Tony used to hate taking cough syrup? Even as a grown
Yeah.
man? Yeah. I think he gets it from Uncle John.
Uncle John.
Seriously.
Maybe I should.
I can
Please,
leave him the
Excuse me, did
medicine.
you
It'll
say
still
chicken
fit.
cough syrup?
I said,
Am I hearing that
What?
wrong?
yes, you heard
No,
that wrong.
ignore
What the Jesus.
My bad, guys. My bad.
Anyway.
Chicken flavored cough syrup.
Yeah, I was dripping,
Anyway.
bro.
Okay.
Is that real?
When are you not tripping?
What even is that real?
All right.
Uh,
Anyway. Hugo.
Yeah. Yes.
You did amazing. You've been kind of lucid, but I want to have a real talk with you.
But before that, I
You
want to
did it.
show you my stitches. Look, I had to redo them because the nurses did such
You
a
had to-
horrible job.
Hugo,
Ugh.
did you open your wounds just to restitch them because you didn't agree with the methods?
Yes, it was painfully uncomfortable.
Okay, Hugo. Do you mind handing me that magazine right next? Hugo, do you mind handing me that magazine on your table right there?
This Playboy magazine.
Oh no.
I don't have
Yeah,
a use
you
for
mind handing it real quick? Yeah, hand it
Oh
real
no.
quick.
All right, here you go.
Would it be?
Mhm.
The
And
musical?
he rolls it up real quick and then puts a rubber band around it, and then he takes a few swings and he just gives you a whack across the head.
I'm injured. Calm
dodge,
down.
dodge!
Ah!
Yeah, but you were fine enough to dig your fingers into your own wounds just for a case of artistic talent, and he gives you another whack on the head.
Listen. I'm a licensed doctor.
No, you're
Once you
not.
once you reach
No,
License?
no,
quote
you
unquote
aren't.
licensed doctor.
When you say that, Henry leans in close, and then he ominously waves it over his head, like that one time that Aunt Rachel wielded a broom at the rest of the family for trying to cook in her kitchen.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You are not a doctor. Remember? If the police hear you're a doctor, they're going to ask questions. So you're not a doctor. What are you?
Yes, I'm a patient.
An idiot sandwich.
You're a patient. And patients don't dig into their own wounds to redo their stitching over
So I'll just look.
differences of artistic
Well,
opinion.
While Henry's
Henry,
chewing me out,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Henry. Hugo is never really the normal one here. This dude has a fascination for medical stuff that I cannot comprehend.
Carl,
normal. You have
Carl, you have done amazing these past few days. Don't screw it up with me right now.
I'm just saying.
Carl, the corner.
Yo, okay, bro.
Could it be me?
If
Not
you,
the corner.
Yes.
Carl, corner. Oh, turn around. Around.
I'm standing in the corner, bro.
Around.
Try and
Look at the
slowly
corner.
sneak away
Face it.
while Henry's focused on Carl.
If you try to sneak away, he's gonna grab you by your freaking ponytail. Look, the one part of your body that you can't make stronger, huh? How's that feel? Gives a few tugs.
Maybe I should just shave it off then.
Maybe you should just stay in your bed and rest like you're supposed to.
Well, what a nuisance.
Nuisance. If you know how worried you all made me. You playing hero. I was crying over you guys. I was freaking out. So you're going to stay in this bed and you are going to rest up because I suffered getting you here.
Yes. Yes, Aunt Rachel.
When you say that, he pauses real quick and his cheeks slightly light up. And then he hits you right on the wounded, like right on your stitches with the magazine.
Oh, can I dodge this?
I would let you dodge this. It's intentionally slow. He's
Okay.
playing around.
All right.
Cheeky. Now, Hugo, I want to talk to you now that you're actually lucid.
Yeah. What's up?
He's gonna grab the two corners of your mouth and like force them into a smile. You're not beating yourself up, are you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Absolutely. But what makes you say that?
because you're a self-depressive nihilist who constantly goes on and on about people that you can't save and the futility of life and effort going into things.
Oh, so now you're a psychiatrist. I get it.
No, I just know my brother.
Uh-oh. Oh, you got me there, I guess.
Yeah, my
I
brother who
have been
told me
having
at
some
length
doubts,
about a
but-
girl he wants to save. A whole incident I've been knowing for about 4 years. How long of my life? Yeah.
My girl? Oh, she's sleeping in the room next door. Do you want to go visit with me? I'm planning on visiting her soon.
Of course. I don't mind if you don't mind. But more importantly, you know what she wouldn't like? You beating yourself up like an idiot. She would tell you,
Maybe.
most likely, to
Well, she
grow
can't
a
speak
pair.
right now, so
Yeah, but if she was awake, I know she'd be just as mad as I am over this. You made a promise and you kept it. You are the only reason why things didn't get worse. Eleanor could have been way worse condition, and so have Tony. If you hadn't been there, I would have probably died too. You did amazing. So stop being an idiot.
I'm sorry.
Don't
I'll-
apologize to me. You're the one beating the crap out of yourself.
Look, sometimes I have to reflect on myself, and
Yeah. Believe me.
I haven't been the best.
I know. And you need to release those feelings, but at the same exact time, he starts like
Thinking about-
like laughing. Don't you understand, you dummy? We won. It's not like we won. It's not like we saved the whole world, but we accomplished what we
Only
need
because of
to.
Alice.
Yeah, we won
Ugh.
with her there.
Hmm.
Stop. What's important is that Alice is better too. We had the best possible outcome after we fucked up again and again. And listen, if you want to blame anyone for our situation, blame me. I literally decided to call a man's bluff and pull a flashbang on all of us.
That was pretty stupid, but
It was stupid.
and you need to
And that
apologize because
That was stupid. What you did was brave. There's a difference.
Stop pulling my leg.
Oh,
Is that the right thing?
I'm not pulling your leg, you dummy. Anyway.
I see you've brought a bouquet. I
have.
Guessing
With-
there are cigarettes in there as well.
Actually, well, only if you saw. I did bring some, but as he holds them out of your reach. You know, I remember. Wait, aren't you like? Is he Mystic? Is he actually like Gregor, like the FC's height of 5'4"?
He's that short.
Yes, Gregor is that short. Did Mystic not tell you?
I mean, he's not that short. Maybe like 5'8".
Oh yeah, I'm way taller than you. So like,
On the topic of gifts, I brought you some chocolate.
What's
Yo,
that?
what happened to the map, bro?
It's not that short. It's my actual height. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
so you are 5'4"?
No, not 5.
Yeah, this shit is
Oh, so as
Average
yeah,
height.
Carl brought you chocolate, which should be enough for you, right? Your wonderful
Chocolate? What
brother
is this
Carl
crap?
brought you some chocolate.
I don't know what type of chocolate you like, so I just got you everything.
He brought you like a
This
Toblerone. He brought you like
I will never
Toblerone.
leave this hospital.
Here,
I like some
he'll-
dark chocolate. I don't know if you like dark chocolate, but
Shut the fuck up, Carl.
with how Tony was talking with that bartender.
Yeah,
like me some dark chocolate.
what a woman.
hey, it's better than white chocolate. I'm just saying.
So it's when you say
Okay.
white chocolate, he
Okay.
Okay.
when you say white
Okay.
chocolate, Henry visibly recoils in disgust. That stuff is like sugar butter. It's disgusting.
That's why it's sweet.
Anyway, here, your
Anyway.
cancer sticks. He hands you a pack of Marlboros.
My eyes just widen.
Oh, but wait, and he
That's why my
remembers.
favorite
You don't
Mandarin.
have a. But I remember, you don't have a lighter.
I can make one.
You mean one like this? As he holds out your
I
lighter.
can make a fire. Can I snatch it before he takes
He's
it back?
handing it to you. He's handing it to
Oh,
you.
yeah. You're teasing me with it now.
Actually, you know what? If you're gonna reach for it, then he's gonna turn on the flame.
What the fuck? Alright.
Yeah, he's trying to. He saw you acting like, and then once he sees that you get like spooked back a bit, he'll turn it back off. Jeez, you're so jumpy.
Quit being a tease and just give me the damn lighter.
All right. And here I thought you'd be happy
My
that I'm
God.
actually being open for once.
I am happy. Just
It's been a long
I
time
can't show
since
it.
I've actually smiled. Since I've
I
been.
physically can't show it.
Yes, you can. You gotta lift the corners of your mouth. It's called a smile. If
think
I
my-
can do it with my cursed Vanderlyn blood, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I don't have enough muscle control for that.
Here, I'll help you. As he's gonna go over to your to your little bedside table. And he's gonna pull out some of the medical tape, and he's gonna tape your mouth up in a smile.
What the
Have fun with that.
You think it's serious?
You know I can't
Mhm.
smoke like this.
Oh, now you won't be able to smoke. What a shame.
I just I'll just leave it like this. I just smile weirdly.
It's
Look at
training. Seriously though, it's training. Think of it that way. When she wakes up, now you'll already have the biggest smile trained and ready. Okay.
This hurts more than getting stabbed by
Okay.
a vampire.
Then I'll just rip it right off as he just tears the tape right off.
Ugh.
Ooh, that has to hurt.
Guys, we have a red alert. He said vampire out loud. We're cooked.
We're in a closed room.
You think a vampire can't hear?
Yeah, you don't
Dumbass.
you don't hear in the you don't know that there's a Giovanni in the vents with a paper with a
It's like he forgot
With-
that there's
with a
a
paper cup against the
possibility of
wall.
vampires being everywhere and infiltrating just to get
Anyway,
blood.
I can imagine Lee behind the fucking recorder, like, got him, move in, boys, move in.
Hell, let that
Yeah.
be the case. Let that be the case.
anyway.
Perfect
I
scenario.
mean, they're breaking into the
Ayo,
But yeah,
yo,
anyway,
Lee,
so-
break in now.
Don't think
Break in
such a
now.
word.
So anyway,
Honestly, I should be going in sometime soon.
He's just standing in
So-
the door entrance.
yeah, no, he's
say?
awkwardly
No, first,
standing there.
first I
Vampire.
gotta get in the hospital and have them tell me where your rooms are at. If not, I
Hear
have
me
to
out.
sneak in and find them. So
Hear
that's
me
gonna be
out.
fun.
Freaking Lee, here it is. Lee commits literally sets fire to a building and then pretends to be a
He's just-
dead body and gets wheeled in on a stretcher.
So real talk here, Lee.
Mhm.
In the few days, you've been able to find the hospital and find them, but then begins surveillance. Yeah, you don't know what these people are up to, you know. So you can likely
So I've been
probably
listening
lie.
in.
You can likely probably lie to the other agents, like, hey, these guys are, targets of interest for my case. They might know where the the info cache is at. That's your excuse, I guess. So you've been doing your little housework, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
So the first thing is, I've obviously found the hospital. Have I found their rooms yet? Have I found what rooms they're using yet?
Probably, I'd say. I mean, it's been 7 days. You got the FBI behind your back. I don't think it's that difficult, buddy.
All right.
However,
So
you've been smart about this. You haven't approached directly. Right now, you're just keeping tabs. You know.
I haven't approached directly.
Guys, we're cooked.
Trying to think. Can I get? How many agents do I have at my disposal here? Like whole FBI division type shit, or what?
Okay, maybe not the entire division on one little job, but let's say you have a surveillance team on the job. You know.
Okay, I have a surveillance team.
Maybe 12.
So I guess the most appropriate thing to do in this case would be to have one of the agents disguise themselves as a nurse and probably wiretap their rooms.
You have the security skill.
I don't have security now.
What do you have that's similar?
Let's see.
We're actually cooked.
I have stealth. I have 2 in stealth.
Okay, how about this?
And 3 in investigation.
Wiretapping. Probably the safest is to, put some cables up in the room. Should be easy enough to do for FBI, I would imagine. A whole operation you've been pulling here, standing in a van some few blocks away, just listening in, I'll say on a base, just roll me flat your resources. You have 5 dots, right? What was it,
I have
4?
4. I have 4.
Yeah, just roll 4.
So he's trying to monitor all calls going in and out.
Maybe not calls. No, definitely not calls. I don't
That's
think
what
they wiretapped the
wiretapping is.
phones. No, I meant like wired. Oh, you mean like he's listening to your phone conversations.
Yeah, that's what wiretapping
No, I
is.
think
Yeah.
no. I think
not just
bugging.
that, but
I
like
think bugging.
also bugging.
Did
the
you?
room.
Yeah, I'm saying that's an important thing to distinguish because wiretapping by itself.
Do you want to do both, or do you want to do one or the other?
We'll do bugging.
Okay, bugging. Okay, that's a bit probably safer. Yeah. Okay, bugging makes more sense then.
I can't really, like, for one, they wouldn't have their phones on them. Maybe, we'll see. But
that means you definitely heard the V word. That's something interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll roll right now.
I'll
We'll
go
see
you,
if
I'll
it
go
actually
you.
worked. So I got a 9, 7,
I'm sorry.
a 10, and a 1.
Sorry, family.
You better hope I can gaslight him with my nonverbal
fumbling.
skills.
No.
Actually, interestingly enough, I will say bugging isn't a great idea for a hospital. Just letting you know. There's too many sensitive pieces of equipment.
Not necessarily. This
Yes.
is the early 2000s. Hold on, I'll stop you right there. This is the early 2000s, and there have been many leaked CIA files that have confirmed that they caught the terrorist, right? They caught a terrorist by literally making shit up, sending him to a doctor's appointment where he had to be taken into a hospital, and they literally bugged the entire place. So when people came to visit him, they had all that shit on recording files. So it's definitely possible, especially since he's from, they're the FBI. I do not think they do not have the equipment for this.
No, I mean it
And
disrupts hospital equipment. It's not the hospital equipment disrupts bugs. Electromagnetic devices,
Not
especially
nec-
ones for communication.
No,
yeah.
not
Well,
necessarily.
there's special rooms for that though. Like electromagnetic equipment
Also,
is
how
like kept
many?
in special rooms.
By the way, these are
Patient
patients with
monitors are one of
remedial-
the things that bugs disrupt.
Well, here's the thing though. They're not hooked up to any monitors now. They're now kept in patient rooms to recover. They've been taken out of the ICU.
Might be them.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't like patient monitors like supposed to be in every room, ICU or not?
They are.
They are,
But doesn't mean
yes.
it. But it doesn't mean. But Mystic
these-
is right. I thought they were. I was under the impression they're still in the ICU. If not, then they're not going to be hooked up.
Yeah, they only keep emergency patients in the ICU. Like, they need to be there stat, you know?
But yeah. So my bad. I was under the impression of the ICU.
Interestingly enough, I how many successes did you get, Lee?
I got a 10, a 7, a 9, and a 1. So I guess like 3.
Okay,
Copy.
3. Okay, yeah.
Damn, Lee's got those goaded rolls.
Yeah, this is that beginner luck shit, bro.
Right. Remember, Lee, the better rolls you make, the worse your karma will be later from Mystic.
Oh, okay, sure.
Hey,
You
I
be
got a
bugging
1.
them.
Alright, so how much of that conversation did I hear? The entire thing?
Well, all of it is recorded, but you're not listening 24/7. The hard part is you have to sift through all these hours of footage.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Taking some time to find stuff that's useful.
Okay.
So this is gonna take days to process and shit like that, you know?
Okay. Have I found out their names, their actual real
Besides,
names, or have they used
they
an
have been
alias?
calling each other. They have been calling each other by their names. Though I don't think have any of you guys been calling each other Red Grape? I don't think so, right?
No.
Well,
The
I
only
heard
last
Vandalin.
name- Yeah, the only last name is Vanderlyn.
Yeah, Vanderlyn, you definitely heard.
Oh.
Now, interestingly enough, you have to be careful. You see, you can't let any of the other surveillance agents listen to the footage because this has to do with the supernatural. So you are manually alone having to sift through these hours of,
Yeah.
data.
And I'm just gonna say, bro, I outclassed you, Lee. I can't talk. You can't listen to a whiteboard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
actually true.
Facts.
So every time he goes like
Damn.
eavesdrop on
We'll have
Eleanor's room,
future sight
it's
then.
just all he hears is like whiteboard scribblings.
No, hear me out.
And he's having
There's
like a
that
minor aneurysm every time he hears it. He's like,
No, imagine.
The ultimate counter is Ezzy. He speaks, but you can't understand shit.
Yeah, damn right. It, like, or no, even worse. Imagine there's one intern who's like, oh yeah, I listened to the audio recordings to help you find what you were looking for, and then right as he's saying that, Arthur just fucking shoots him in the face.
He's like,
dude, I will do that. This
it's like,
man,
we're talking
this
about
man
something
is,
called vampire pow. Dumbass.
Yeah, this man is.
You know too
he's a
much.
survivor, right?
You know
If
too
he
much.
feels like he's at risk of anything, bro, he'll fuck you up.
I can't wait to hear the crash outs of
so,
the audio recordings on Eleanor's
if there's
side,
anything
where
else you want to
hear
say,
whiteboards.
Adele, Henry, whatever, we're gonna end the scene pretty soon. So
Hey, let me say something on
final
my
words.
whiteboard. Got him.
You can't. You threw it. So I think it's out in the hall.
That's
now.
why you're wrong. The nurses always pick it up.
Yeah, I control the nurses, and you've thrown this shit so many times throughout the days. They have taken it away from you.
I know.
Maybe you'll
but
learn
hey,
your lesson.
Hey, listen. When they took it, all they saw in there was got him.
All right, so come on. I was
I'll
gonna
throw that
motion,
off
motion for Adele.
Wait, I need to ask
Let's
Adele something.
let them rest. Let's let them rest for a little bit.
Wait, Adele, before you go, I
Yes.
might need your assistance with something in the coming days. So prepare yourself.
Oh. Alright.
All right, you can swing by the Van. He's gonna tell you. You can swing by the Vanderlyn estate with me then later. Okay.
Might need to go on a road
Now
trip.
I have a location.
Mm-hmm. She nods.
All right, we'll be in touch. Toodles.
See ya.
So we're gonna end the scene here. Now we're gonna split ways here. Okay, Adele, we're gonna switch to you for a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
You got
now,
this.
Adele,
Alright.
you've come home. Okay. You see
Mhm.
your father in the kitchen cooking up. He's finding passion again. He's cooking up a mighty stew.
Mhm.
Old family tradition.
Okay.
You hear him laughing. Well, welcome, welcome. Come on. Oh, dilly dilly. Let's get some food.
She sniffs around. Is that stew? Are you making that right now?
Oh, yeah. Mama's recipe.
Yes! She
Here,
runs
dear, and
over
prepare
there
the
to see.
plates, yeah?
Of course. She gets the plates prepared. Sets the table.
You know, it's funny. I was having a conversation today. I saw that old juicer, Thierry, running on the street, babbling about some nonsense. Honestly, that guy's always been strange, but I suppose I do owe him one for bringing these, well, whoever they are, to help our family.
Oh. See? Oh.
Go call down
That's
Alice, will
good.
you? She's resting in her room.
Okay. Oh, alrighty. I'll be back. She runs upstairs to go check on Alice. She slightly knocks on her door. Alice?
The door is open. You can just come in.
Oh. She walks in.
Alice sits on her bed, staring out the window, looking at the sun.
Everything alright, Alice?
She looks at you and smiles. Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sir.
you want to go out
Yeah?
later?
To where?
You know, just us girls talking like we used to.
Oh.
I
Sure.
heard a new cafe opened up nearby. Want to try it out?
Really? Yeah. That sounds good.
You and Alice come down, and together with Bertrand, you guys are having a nice, hearty family meal. All the sadness of yesterday is washed away. The loss of your family is tragic and unfortunate, but at least now you can all smile again. The days go by in a blur. Every day is an eventful day, a new day to look forward to. And so, another week passes. So in total, it's been 2 weeks since the Lamplight Bar incident. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have a little switch here.
Alright.
One day, the last day, you come home from a little trip with Alice. You guys ended up going to that cafe, and then you guys have become regulars by now.
Mm.
Now, this house is a little unfamiliar to you. It has many apartments, but, well, it is being used as an apartment. So you guys are the only people here.
Mm.
Now, Bertrand has already gone to bed. He's always been an early sleeper. And Alice has gone to freshen up. You decide to walk around the house a little bit.
Mm.
Nah, I was listening in.
As she walks. Jesus Christ. As Sadell
This
walks
is gonna be a
around.
meme. Hey, the next slander is gonna be crazy.
Ayo, like we are all like in a tent cafe. One of us looks out the window and there's just Lee with binoculars going, I know you are them. I know. I heard you
No,
say
it's
the
Lee.
V word.
No, Lee. No. It's
Jesus
Lee in the
Christ.
table. It's Lee at the
Hold on.
table next to us with his binoculars
Yeah.
in the back of one of our heads.
Yeah, you know what's worse is as soon as he says, I know you said the V word, and Old's going, vagina? Because you know he would
Oh,
fucking do that shit.
Nah, just over here fucking in the bushes.
All right. Okay.
Just two
So-
pairs of eyes.
No,
in the
he's
bushes.
skydiving
yes.
with binoculars. About to crash into us.
So as you walk, right, you're looking at the place,
Mhm.
and it feels like home. You know, you've had to leave your house behind for the sake of your own safety. You thought it'd be a lot harder, but with your new friends, the people who helped your family, Alice now kind of changing, and your dad no longer drinking or as much, you start being hopeful again. You know?
Mhm.
Now, as you walk, right, one
Mhm.
of the floorboards creaks above you. As you look up, something falls from the ceiling. It falls to the floor right in front of you.
You
What the? She stops, but then takes a closer look.
Could
What
it be
is
from the
that?
attic?
She looks up and down. It's the object, and then up in the ceiling.
You pick it up?
What? She slowly picks it up.
Okay, beautiful. Lock in, guys.
What is this?
So, the days have been so joyful that you've forgotten about what makes you special. You're wearing your gloves now out of habit. But
Mm.
the moment you touch this small white fragment, it looks like a piece of porcelain, but it doesn't feel like porcelain. The moment you touch it, your gloves aren't enough to stop what happens now. We change the music.
Hey, Lee, go to memes in World of Darkness. You too, Mystic.
Man, I'm there for it, bro.
Always locked
I'm
in.
always there.
Incognito, wearing a
always there.
disguise. Oh, you think
Wearing a
you're
fake
hidden in,
mustache.
keeping your
Everybody lock
secrets?
in.
I'm in the
Okay, I need
shop.
everybody to shut the fuck up. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. This is gonna take a while. Give me a second. I gotta get into character. Allow me to paint the scene for you. It is dark. There is a storm going on outside. The house rattles. We find ourselves in the attic. The attic is humid, a suffocating coffin. The air is so thick with the stench of putrefaction and cheap jasmine incense that it coats the back of the throat like phlegm. The man, a silhouette of feverish devotion, kneels before an altar that is the very architecture of despair. It's not just made of bone, it is bone. The entire structure is a fused, calcified nightmare of infant skeletons, their tiny rib cages forming archways, their delicate finger bones embedded like mosaic tiles, and their hollow, staring skulls woven into the corners. Their eye sockets seem to watch him with a dead, knowing gaze. His chant is a low, subhuman gurgle, a liturgy to the forgotten things of the swamp and the grave. Come, you nameless things that gnaw on the roots of the city. He slavers, spittle flying from his lips. Accept this flesh, accept this pain. Unmake me and make me anew. His jaw works ceaselessly, a wet, rhythmic crunching. He is grinding a mouthful of delicious teeth. The sharp shards lacerating his gums and tongue, filling his mouth with a slurry of bone dust and blood that he swallows with relish. The chant peaks in a strangled, ecstatic shriek. He convulses, a violent shudder racking his frame, and with a single, sweeping motion, he sends the smaller bone talismans scattering across the floor. The altar is revealed. A girl, perhaps 8, is laid out like a religious icon on a sheet of rotting velvet. Her skin is waxy and pale, her eyes closed as if in prayer. But the prayer is over. The man's face, a momentary canvas of spiritual triumph, curdles into an expression of such profound, ravenous gluttony that it is no longer human. He lowers his head, not to a breast, but to the soft, vulnerable plane of her stomach. He presses his ear against her flesh, listening for a moment to the silence within. Then he bites. He doesn't tear her open with his hands first. He sinks his teeth into her abdomen like a wolf, his incisors shearing through skin and fat with a wet, ripping sound. He grips the edges of the wound with his bloody fingers and pulls, widening the gash until her abdominal cavity yawns open, a steaming, vibrant abyss of visceral horror. The scent is immediate and overwhelming. The clean, coppery smell of fresh blood, mingled with the earthly, fecal stench of ruptured intestines. He doesn't hesitate. He plunges his face into the warm, squirming mass. He grabs a handful of her small intestine, the tube slick and pulsing with residual warmth, and stuffs it into his mouth, chewing through the tough, fibrous wall. The contents, a foul, semi-digested slurry, bursts into his mouth, and he moans, a sound of pure, unadulterated pleasure. He tears at her liver, ripping a great dark chunk of the organ free. It's dense and meaty, and he gnaws on it like a dog, blood dripping from his chin in thick, heavy strings. He finds her stomach, a pale, sack-like organ, and bites into it, the sour, acidic bile flooding his senses, mixing with the sweetness of her half-digested last meal. He is high, soaring on a cocktail of adrenaline, endorphins, and some dark power that infuses every cell of his being. The transformation is a symphony of agony. His spine doesn't just elongate, it explodes from his back, tearing through his skin in a shower of blood and meat. The vertebrae cracking and reforming into a rigid, bony crest. His femurs twist and snap, his legs bending backwards at the knee with a series of wet hops. His fingers stretch, the bones fusing and elongating into black claws. His face is a canvas of tearing flesh as his jaw dislocates and reforms into a snout, his nose flattening and his teeth falling out, only to be replaced by longer, sharper, yellowed fangs. Dark, greasy fur, matted with blood and gore, sprouts from his pores. He is no longer a man wearing a monster skin. He is the monster itself, a creature born of the most profound taboo. He turns his yellow, burning eyes, fixing on the doorway. His sister stands there, a stark, naked figure against the gloom. Her expression is not fair, but a beatific, worshipful awe. A slow, loving smile spreads across her face as she takes in the full, horrifying glory of his new form. Yes, she whispers, her voice trembling with desire. That's it, all of you. The creature, a reeking nightmare, stalks towards her. It lowers its massive horned head and presses its snout against her belly, inhaling her scent, a low, rumbling purr vibrating from its chest. It gently nuzzles her neck, its rough, fur covered cheeks scraping against her smooth skin. Mine, it growls, the word a guttural, wet sound from deep within its throat. Always, she confirms, her hands reaching up to tangle in the blood-matted fur of its head. With a snarl that is both a declaration of love and a promise of violence, the monster lunges. It doesn't mount her, it consumes her. It pins her to the floor, its immense weight crushing the breath from her lungs. Its claws, sharp as obsidian shards, score deep, loving furrows down her thighs and across her breasts, not to harm, but to mark, to claim. It forces its muzzle into the crook of her neck, its teeth scraping her collarbone as its hot, foul breath washes over her. The scene becomes a vortex of depravity. The sounds of the wet slap of fur against sweat-slicked skin, the guttural grunts of the beast, her high, piercing cries of agonized ecstasy that are punctuated by the tearing flesh as their brutal, monstrous union truly begins. A desecration, true and eternal. Reality fades back to you, Adele. Make me a willpower check of 9. You roll 6 dice.
All right, now get all tens.
Okay, so roll. What was
Yes,
it?
slash roll.
Should be a
6d10.
Yeah.
60-10, yeah.
6d10.
And you need a 9 to
Okay.
pass. You got this.
Got this how?
She
Ooh,
botched.
that's a nope. That's a botch.
Well,
Oh
it
boy.
makes sense. Hey, let her lock in and react. Bro. I want to hear this.
There is the horror of what you have just witnessed has completely destroyed you. As you panic, shriek.
She tries so hard to cover her mouth, try not to make a noise. She is trembling. Doesn't know what to do. She, she couldn't move. She couldn't scream. She just there, just nothing. Just seeing this. Suddenly, she tried to make a noise. Please stop. Please. Please stop. Make it stop. Please. Please. Make it stop. She trembled so hard she collapsed, falling onto her knees, still covering her mouth, tearing up, seeing what in the world is in front of her, praying and praying, praying, hoping all this would end. Please, please, make it stop.
We pan out. Adele's horrific shrieks awaken Alice and Bertrand in the middle of the night.
Please.
Alice comes back from her shower, disheveled. Bertrand wakes up and immediately rushes towards where he hears the shriek. We move out of the home and pan over the night, the city of New Orleans. There is light, we have felt it, but the short light is always overtaken by an even greater darkness. My friends, the clock is a teeth grinder. Your breath is but a loan. Every smile is a crack in the stone of your tomb. You are a brief, warm scream in a silent and endless void, and the silence is already waiting. So when you leave and rest your head upon the pillow, remember you are only human. End session.